floor. It tried to jump up to my face, which I tried to protect with my arm, was completely overcome by the squirrel. Finally, it jumped off. By then, I was full of blood. I ran to the emergency room. When I saw her with the blood on her arm, I was like, oh, my God, her niece said. So there you go. The squirrel now has attacked more than 5 people. I would just start killing these squirrels.
Hey, just for a little, I know we don't have a Grays today, Grays Tree Service Deadwood. First college football game played in the Louisiana Superdome, now known as the Caesar Superdome. December 31st, 1975, Sugar Bowl game between number 3 Alabama and number 7 Penn State.
Roll Tide.
So
you got it right. Yeah.
Very good.
Can I point out on the squirrel that we're living on Diablo Circle? It's probably a bad name for a street. I mean, just because it's Spanish and you're like, well, we can name it Diablo. It still means devil. It's just that's how they say it in Spanish.
Yeah,
I mean, would you want to live on Devil Circle? Would you ever buy a house on Devil Circle?
One thing I noticed a lot in Hawaii when we were over there were these red squirrels and how prevalent they were. We don't have the red squirrel around here.
Are they bigger?
A little bit.
Than our squirrels?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. You ever see those squirrels like you're playing golf or whatever and they're running down the tree, like they're going around and around down the tree chasing each other? And then they just get on the ground and it's like over. I'm like, wait, what are you doing?
September 20th, Tulane and Ole Miss played in the Superdome, too. Yep.
You're going to love trash.
Yeah, 1975.
When you get out of the Superdome.
The Bradenton Police Department said a man was arrested Sunday after he was caught doing a burnout to, quote, impress girls at a red light while driving under the influence. I've never understood, like, cars impressing girls, but somebody doing a burnout is next level, right?
Oh, heck yeah. I mean, you do a burnout, you get any woman you want. It's a rule.
Officers with the department's crime reduction team said they were patrolling 12th Street in downtown Bradenton when they heard a vehicle revving its engine. Soon after, police said they saw a silver pickup truck barreling southbound at a high speed. The driver, identified as 28-year-old Juan Leon. That's quite the name.
Oh, Juan Leon.
Juan Leon swerved to avoid the officers and pedestrians, but was stopped at a red light. That's when, quote, Mr. Leon opted to do a burnout to impress girls. He was arrested on several charges, including driving under the influence, reckless driving, and aggravated assault.
Oh, we got video.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't want to play right when I go to it.
Look how impressed those girls are right there, though. I mean, look how impressed they are.
Best burnout ever. You remember the old Cafe Forenza, which is now a Mexican joint?
That cop's right on top of him, too. That dude wasted no time.
Yeah, it's a cool light show, though. It's like Miami's running out of the tunnel with the smoke and the lights.
Do you guys, though, remember Cafe Forenza?
Yeah, I know where Cafe Forenza
So
was.
this dude pulled his motorcycle in there one time and did a burnout in the middle of the bar, and the whole bar was, like, smoked out.
Oh
wow.
So annoying. Rather have fajitas, right?
Yeah, that's a little worse than fajitas.
Yeah, worse than fajitas. I remember Doc Ricketts doing one in the Jocks parking lot in his
that was
Mustang.
awesome.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Where he's leaving and he
I thought I saw him from afar the other night. I haven't seen him in forever.
Who, Doc Ricketts?
Yeah.
Tell him I said hey.
I don't think it was him.
Oh, okay.
Thought it was for a second. I was going to go say hey, but then I was like, I don't think that's him.
Don't you hate that feeling when you're like, I think that's somebody, and then you're like, should I go over there? And then you go over there. Ooh,
no, the worst is when they wave and you think you know them and you wave, and then behind you is
somebody's waving.
Polly was at the Alabama-Auburn basketball game.
Doc Ricketts' daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
Last year, the big 1-versus-2 game.
It's the stuff of nightmares, waking up from sleeping to find a stranger in your room, but that's what happened to a woman in Florida's Panhandle.
Crave activity like we do, you belong in the Roback family. Get the best golf wear, hoodies, and activewear for men and women at Roback.com. Use promo code TNR20 to get 20% off your order. That's Roback.com, promo code TNR20.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, a car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to Shinara.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor,
Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the next round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
Live show now on a Friday. Boy, I love the way we end our week with all our picks and prognostications and all that we'll do today. We'll get to that. We've got new Hugh Freeze sound from yesterday where, can I get Forrester's mic real quick? A lot of you, maybe you saw it on Ed Next Round Live if you follow us on social media. We'll get to it in this opening segment. But is Hugh downplaying expectations again?
Yeah, you could interpret it that way.
Like, can he count to 11? I mean, you've lost one right now. 11-1 is still in play. We'll get to it. Coming up.
I haven't heard this, but I hope you're wrong on this. I hope it isn't as blatant as what we got from Regents.
Yeah, he's not talking bowl game.
This one isn't on us. If this one goes wrong, it's not on us. We will get to that coming up. The AD makes a statement way after the fact. It's time to put Oklahoma's bad calls behind us. We'll get to that and get ready for Bama on the way to play Georgia and all that's going on. But let's start with first what's going on at the Ryder Cup, brought to you today in part by our friends at Bojangles. Brownie, tell us about Bojangles.
They need some, Dunaway. The U.S. team needs some of those hand-breaded chicken tenders there at Bojangles. Those great dipping sauces to go with it. You can use them, too, at your tailgate party this weekend or your college football watch party. Let Bojangles cater that for you. And go grab them for lunch or dinner today. And also, on your way to work next week or out for breakfast tomorrow morning on a Saturday, get that pork chop griller. It is back at Bojangles. You've missed it. It's missed you. It is back. You can reunite with the pork chop griller at Bojangles. It's bow time.
On 13, Justin Thomas for birdie to win the hole. Not even close. What's happening, Brownie?
The U.S. is getting whacked.
They've always got a problem with this, don't they?
This, without going really, really golf geek, the first part of the format of the Ryder Cup, where it's this is an alternate shot, whether it's 4-ball or whatever, has recently at least has benefited the Europeans so much more. They get off to such a good start in these. The singles tend to benefit the United States because you don't get to those until Sunday.
Yeah, we should get this little Mickey Mouse part of it out of the game. Out of the Ryder Cup.
They've only been doing it this way for a few hundred years.
I mean, the alternating shot.
I mean, to me, this is like a fall wedding, though. You're playing this in the fall.
Yeah, well, I hate that I even have to talk about this today. I wish I was talking about this in July or August.
I mean, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's where the calendar falls, I guess.
It's where the calendar falls. So we are 2 down, 4 down, and 5 down in 3 matches. The only one we lead is Xander Schauffele and Patrick Cantley at 1. They're 1 up as they make the turn. Now,
boy, I mean, Hatton, when he's standing over a putt, he looks like he could be ringing bells at the top of Notre Dame. He had such a hunchback in his posture and putting. My goodness.
That put them 3 up, by the way.
I mean, he made the putt.
Yeah.
He rang the bell, so to speak.
3 up through 13. I was going to make the point earlier. If you're looking for a good sign as an Alabama fan, the 2 Auburn players or the 2 Georgia players are getting absolutely scalded today.
Yeah.
But now the Alabama player is too. So I can't make that point.
Perfect. All right. So we're not doing good. We'll update you if we start doing good, and if it continues to be a European blowout, we'll pretend it's not going on like many things we do in America right now. That's apolitical. We'll ignore it if it goes bad.
It's a football weekend. I'm not watching that.
Then we will jump into what we saw last night in the NFL, brought to you by our friends at Woodhouse Day Spa. LT, tell us about Woodhouse.
Again, you're going to be on the couch. This is arguably, at least on paper, the best college football weekend where you're rolling to week 5. So you want to be on the couch from sunup to sunset or even past it. 12, 14 hours on the couch. If you're like us, you need to send the wife or the girlfriend to the best day spa, the Woodhouse Day Spa, conveniently located at the Summit Shopping Centers right off of Highway 280. You can let them choose from a menu of over 70 options, including the massages, body treatments, skincare, waxing, nail service. Woodhouse Day Spa, voted America's best day spa since 2009. You can order that special person gift online 24/7 at birmingham.woodhousespas.com. Gift card, simple solution. Buy them 24/7 online, or just stop and see Stuart and that great staff. Tell them the guys from the Next Round sent you.
Perfect viewing for me last night on Amazon Prime, watching Seattle play Arizona. I was a little confused when I turned it on. I didn't turn it on until right at the end of the third quarter. 20-6 Seattle is leading it, and I thought to myself, they're playing in Arizona. Is it raining? Why does Arizona's uniforms look like they've been splashing around in the mud? What you guys tell me? There's something going on with
No,
uniforms
it's
this year?
the rivalry uniforms is what they're calling it, and I think there's 3 different dates. It's weird patterns, and that's kind of like Jackson Pollock, kind of a paint splash.
Oh, I eventually I thought it was mud initially. Then I was like, whether they're trying to replicate the desert.
Yeah, I don't really know what they were kind of doing with that. Yeah. I didn't necessarily hate it.
Well, I'm going to say I don't hate the helmet.
Yeah, I don't hate the helmet, the white part, the white cardinal, if you will.
Yeah, I didn't hate that.
Yeah.
I don't know if albino is an offensive word, but the albino cardinal, fantastic. The snow cardinal, whatever they want to call it. But the fact that I don't have the sandy colored pants to go with that, the white pants, it just looked like my pants are clean, my jersey's dirty all night long.
Yeah, it's a very weird look.
The Rams, I thought I was really going to hate it because it's a black jersey, which I think if you go off your color scheme and you go black, it's never good. Yeah. But they put the black with the royal blue, it kind of pops, so it's not as bad as I thought. But, they haven't busted those out. But you're going to see this all over the NFL.
So I've got some jacked up black one?
You can go right now. Like the Rams are blue on blue with blue socks this week.
Yeah.
This is one of those.
That's yours?
Yeah. That's not a rivalry. I'm just saying that's what they're wearing this weekend. Okay. So you can go and you can see for 17 games what you guys are going to be wearing.
Okay.
And it will say rivalry. It will say alternate. It will tell you exactly what you're going to be wearing. Like I even know December 29th when I'm at Atlanta Mercedes-Benz for the Rams and the Falcons, we're wearing bone.
You're in the bone.
Yeah. We're wearing bone again.
The people that did
Baltimore.
concessions over there were already talking about you guys being in bone on December 29th.
That's right, the bone fans.
We can't wait till week 17.
I'd wait till you see the Dolphins Monday night.
Monday night you're all wearing your crappy ones.
Yes, and this is NFL mandated. This is not like the Dolphins, we need an alternate uniform. When I tell you, I didn't think the Dolphins could you could make this version of the Dolphins uniform any worse, and they managed to do it. Yeah. So congrats to the NFL for doing this.
They're selling a shit ton of merch.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
When I was at the Titans game a couple of weeks ago, I'm not kidding. There was at least 100 of these rivalry jerseys, the black Rams jerseys, where they just came out last month. So there was already 100 in the crowd.
Well, we had our alternative uniforms on last week, where were the Bucco Bruce ones.
I like those.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah. The game last night.
Yeah, not Kyler Murray.
There's the Dolphins right there. You tell me if that's a good
awful.
uniform. I mean, I told Dunaway.
My goodness.
It looks like you're
if
watching.
FIU rolled out in that.
If the Marlins had a football team.
Yeah, it looks like you are watching a movie where Al Pacino is the head coach.
Yeah.
And
LL
Keanu
Cool
Reeves
is your
LL Cool J's my running back. Yeah. Keanu Reeves is my quarterback, and we did not pay the NFL for rights. That's what the Dolphins are going to look like.
That is horrible. That does look like in The Rock's, what was that series he did for ESPN?
Playmakers?
Yeah.
Or Ballers?
But they at least had the real teams in that one. That was NFL backed. In the actual game last night, I felt so bad for Kyler Murray and Cardinal fans everywhere. Chop's a Cardinal fan, isn't he?
I got a text this morning. I wanted to bring this up.
They rally, for those that missed it, tie it up. They milked about as much as you can milk off the clock.
Well, and I had Arizona plus 1.5, and I just, it's one of those when you come back, I felt like all the momentum was there. And
how do you not go for 2?
I thought they would go for 2. I really did. I'm shocked they didn't.
20-19, they kick the extra point and they kick it off, and Seattle gets first of all, the kickoff rule, why you don't just kick it out of the back of the end zone or whatever you do. They kicked it short, which gave Seattle the ball at the 40.
Yeah. But the landing zone thing is so stupid.
Well, it's a 20-yard landing zone, though. I mean, an NFL kicker ought to be good enough to land it.
Protecting the players, say what you want. We've expanded to 17 games. That is laughable.
But if we just kick it out of the back of the end zone, where do you get it, 35?
I thought that went to no, because if they fair catch it in the kickoff zone, I thought you got it at the – or is that the 25?
That's the 20.
Is that the 20?
Yeah. Joe Buck was making fun of this, by the way. He has to look at a chart on every kickoff to know where the ball is.
But,
there's like 4 different scenarios.
When they got it at the 40 with 28 seconds, and Jigba was so good in clutch situations, and Darnold made the throws last night, it's just amazing. If you leave more than a minute on the clock, you're going to lose in the
NFL.
That's why I would go for 2. I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference the way it played out. But I would at least put a little game pressure on them.
Yeah, but maybe they kick it differently on the kickoff if they've got a 1-point lead. If not, obviously it's an onside kick. But Chop sent me this real quick. He said, strongly considering quitting football, and it's mostly your fault because you said my Cardinals could never win a Super Bowl in my lifetime. I was determined to prove you wrong, and I just don't have that much life left.
Text it back and say you've said the same thing to me about the Dolphins. I mean, you've told me the Dolphins never going to win a Super Bowl.
I mean,
in my
I
lifetime.
do feel pretty good.
I know you do.
Yeah.
You've said it many times.
Tell Chop, you've said my team sucked a couple of times, and we've won 2 Super Bowls.
Right.
So
there's always hope.
there's always
Hey,
you're not always
Now,
right.
you did have a generational defense, and you did
Tom
have
Brady.
Tom Brady.
Yeah. Great, maybe the best to ever play the
First
game.
one was a generational defense, and the second time was with Tom Brady. I think Tom did, I don't think Tom helped us that much.
I think mentally he did, though.
Mentally, yeah.
I think that defense on the sideline, everybody around him was like, damn, we're going to win. I don't know how we're going to win, but we got 12 out there.
Yeah, we got the guy who made a deal deal with the devil.
So
Go
they
see
figured
him
out-
in theaters this weekend.
Kyler Murray is a problem. Like, he is, at his best, he's really, really good.
Yeah.
But I think he's too small. Is that fair?
I know
small.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. He can't consistently make great plays.
He cannot. And then Marvin Harrison Jr. is taking a lot of shit.
Had
and
the yips, but finally made a touchdown catch.
Yeah, he had a nice catch in the back of the end zone. But, man, that was like one of the highlights everybody's talking about is Harrison a bust already. I don't know how you can consider him a bust yet.
No.
I mean, they don't have a number 2. Like, Trey McBride is their number 2 at tight end. And I still think Marvin Harrison is going to be good. He almost had 1,000 yards last year and 8 touchdowns.
Wait, is it because we have running quarterbacks, or is sacks up across the world right now? Because we saw Auburn have 10. Somebody else had 7 the other night, 6 last night on Kyler Murray.
Well, because you're putting your dogs, you bet the athletes on the edge now.
Yeah.
And it's all about getting after the quarterback.
And some people, I would imagine there are football people that would argue that the way high school football is being played now,
No, this is where it starts. You're right.
and it bleeds over into college, because if it's working in high school, there's some college people, they're hiring high school coaches, they're gonna use it.
And the college offenses are now in the pros.
Yeah, and now once I've learned how to pass block in the RPO system in college or in high school and college, it's going to be hard to change those habits in the NFL. You know what hasn't changed? The pass rush. Those guys are pass rushing the way Lawrence Taylor pass rush and Reggie White pass rush.
300-pound humans can now run 18.9 miles per hour.
That's right. Yeah, they've only gotten faster.
But 6 sacks for that Seahawks defense. That's a lot of sacks, man.
And 5 tackles for losses that didn't count the 6 sacks.
Yeah.
So that's insanity. All right, that's the NFL.
And by the way, real quick, I think Sam Darnold is, we thought it was Kevin O'Connell. Sam Darnold is playing pretty well for the 3-1 Seahawks right now.
Pretty good.
Yep.
By the way, my favorite plays of the weekend in the NFL, my pick 3 for the NFL, we'll get to the college ones in a second. Double-digit winners, Chargers, Packers, Broncos this weekend. Feel good about all 3 of those.
Double-digit winners.
Double-digit winners. I don't know
Okay.
what the point spreads are, but double digits usually get you to cover the spread. So big weekend from Bo Nix and the Broncos. Watch that. All right, to the college game, what was said at Auburn and what was written at Auburn, after we tell you about a couple of our great sponsors. One of them is our friends at Twin Peaks, LT.
So you're going against Jake Browning. You're going,
Yes.
I just real quick, you're going Green Bay against the worst defense in the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. And what was your third?
I've got Denver, double-digit winner over the Bengals. I've got the Packers on Sunday Night Football, double-digit winners over the Cowboys. And I've got the Chargers, double-digit winners over the Giants.
A rookie quarterback getting his first start. You have gone out on a limb.
But winners are winners.
That's fair.
Winning tickets at mybookie.ag are winning tickets,
That
right?
is fair. Denver 7.5-point favorite. Green Bay 6.5 on the road, and the Chargers 6.5 on the road.
Double-digit winners.
How easy is that?
Squeezing that extra field
Those are
goal.
big NFL lines.
easy.
Okay, where am I going now?
You're going to Twin Peaks.
Oh, yeah.
Climb
Everybody
a
wants to go to
mountain.
Twin Peaks. Look, in the next hour and a half, the beer has already cold. Those Twin Peaks girls are running around in 3D, delivering that 29-degree signature beer. No one does happy hour like our friends at Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference. They've got everything from the tequila cocktails, great bourbon category, top-shelf spirits, cocktails served over those ice balls, local craft beers, handcrafted whiskey cocktails. Round out that adventurous menu, second to none. And again, don't forget about the 29-degree drafts, pairing perfectly with lunch or dinner right there at Twin Peaks.
And our friends at
The pants store.
Thank you, Brown. I was about to finish that.
Okay.
I was
It
looking
seemed
for
like
the
you locked up.
I was looking for the website, pantstore.com, pantstore.com. It's game day there. If you're a Bama or Auburn fan ready to go, you can go by there and get the famous name brands like Horn Legend, Cutter and Buck, Antigua and Gentile. Nothing says War Eagle and Roll Tide like the Pants Store. Pantstore.com. And don't forget, you can get the ladies' gifts there as well. You've got the white sneakers, the platforms, the fall. What am I looking for, Brown?
Fall
boots,
colors,
the boots. Yeah, the rompers and the dresses. Free alterations.
Love a romper.
Free gift wrapping. Hey, listen, parents, we're close to October next week, and then comes November. Then December. Go ahead and start shopping at the Pants Store. Your kids will love that as well. Pantstore.com. Pantstore.com. Forrester, which soundbite do I want to play here from Hugh Freeze? We got 3 of them from his Thursday post-practice before I get on the playing news conference. Which one is the one I want here?
I believe you're looking for number 3.
Number 3 is the one I'm looking for. Number 3, Tyler. Let's dial up lucky number 3. 3 the hard way. The old 2-1 on the dice here. Hugh Freeze yesterday. Now, it says here he's talking about the 9-game SEC schedule. But then, Forrester, you're telling me at some point he starts talking about an 8-4 season is going to be pretty good?
That's what I'm telling you.
Okay, let's hear it. Okay.
Or are the Packers available? Or, I mean, can we get them and maybe the Chiefs? And, then you go look at every one of the schedules are equally as hard and difficult. And, but it's kind of exciting. It's going to be exciting for fans. I do think I say this all the time, and I know people may say it's I don't know what they say. Maybe it's a cop-out or whatever, but I do think that the mindset of everybody has to be more like the NFL. I mean, this league is, I think, the days of a team just being dominant and I think you have to start having the mindset, man. You go 9-3, 8-4 is good. 9-3 can be really good. 10-2 is like off the charts. And when you look at those schedules and then you add in, you're going to play another really quality opponent and another Power 4 conference. It's going to be really good for the fans and exciting. Just, I think you have to understand the full picture of it is, man, we got to go win the next one, and you might not win them all.
Forrester, I mean, he's 100% correct.
You've oversold this.
What's wrong with that?
I agree with you, Forrester. You guys asked me the question. Here's how he should have answered it.
Coach.
Wait a second. You're the one. You said exactly what he has said on the show.
Yeah, but he is getting paid top 16 money. Ask me the question.
You guys are y'all are so hard on Hugh Freeze.
8-4 is a good season. Ask me the question.
Who wants to hear that?
Oh my gosh! Ask me the question, bro.
Who wants to hear that 8-4?
First of all, he wasn't talking about this team this year. Being 8-4.
No, he was not. That's abundantly clear.
He was talking
I'll
about,
agree with that.
And he wasn't talking about Auburn being 8-4. He was talking about
all right.
in the SEC.
I'm going to ask Coach Freeze. Coach, 2 questions. Number 1, are y'all just sewing SEC patches over the old Under Armour logos? I just noticed
it is bunching up a little bit.
Yeah, but have you noticed they all of a sudden they've got these SEC patches on? I think
it's like they ironed it on.
Yeah, I think maybe guys, if y'all bring us all your Under Armour stuff, we'll just put an SEC patch over there.
If you look really closely, you can see where the Under Armour embroidery was.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on there.
Early on, we had one hoodie early on here that I don't think we ever sold because the TNR logo was sewn on and it just bunched up.
Yeah, it was they were quarter zips and they were too thin and they bunched up.
Right,
yeah,
the material wasn't made for a thick sewn on patch. And that's what that looks like that's doing right there.
So anyway, Coach, aside from the SEC
logo
on over the Under Armour logo, the SEC just announced you're going to go to 9 schedules. You've got your new schedule. I don't know if you had a chance to look over it, but could I get your thoughts on just playing a 9-game conference schedule and what that'll mean going forward?
We're at a point now where this league is so deep. I've been coaching football for a long time. We talk about the NFL and parity. We have true parity now in the SEC. There are no bad teams in this league. There are no easy Saturdays in this league. And I think the days of going undefeated are probably done. I think the competition week in and week out is that tough. I think you can leave it at that.
Okay. I mean, that's not a bad answer. I don't disagree.
Why do you go to the 8-4 or the 9-3? There were a third of the league won 10-plus games last year. You, as an Auburn fan, as a program, historically should be in the top 3 of this conference. Missouri is consistently winning 10 games a year. Josh Heupel, a relatively new coach that took a shit program and revived them, is winning 10 games a year. Ole Miss is winning 10 games a year. Hugh Freeze, with the money you're being paid, the bar should be 10 games. He hasn't won 10 games or more in 5 seasons.
He's talking about when we go to 9 SEC games next year. He's not talking about right now. He's talking about next year.
He ain't winning 10 this year either.
But you don't know that. He's got a chance right now.
I agree with Scott. And Scott, just say what you just typed in the chat.
Yeah, say it.
I said that absolutely nobody who you root for, you don't want to hear your coach say that 8-4 is a good season.
Yeah, I'm with Scott on
Yeah.
that. You know, and that's not a Hugh Freeze shot. That is any coach that said
I'll pull this back. If Jeff Lebby is shooting for 8-4 this year, God bless him. Mark Stoops, Clark Lee.
Jeff Lebby's halfway there, Lance.
If those guys win 8 games, and if I'm part of those programs, even Sam Pittman, the Auburn Tigers in year 3 for Hugh Freeze, it ain't good enough. He needs to be more calculated in how he delivers these answers.
Tyler, you would first off, Brown's question. I'm sorry we don't have any more questions for Coach Freeze because Brown's question ate up all of our free time. We've got to get on the plane and make it out to College Station.
I only
the
ask
longest
about the
question
logos.
ever.
Logos.
You care more about Child's Play 4 than you do sports in this conversation. but have you not heard Lance somewhere in the last 4 months? Say, the SEC, man, it's going to be more like the NFL, man. No more undefeated teams. 9-3, 9-3.
No, I think 2 9-3s are going to get in this year. But I'm just saying, if you're Hugh Freeze, you can't say this.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Tyler. You can answer the question. Jim asked you a question, didn't let you answer.
No, Lance has admitted to it. You're dismissed, witness. You can step down.
He was never going to testify. I knew it.
But, I mean, we all agree it's a different world now in the SEC. But I'm just saying.
So y'all criticizing him for giving an honest answer. That's basically what y'all doing.
I have yet to criticize him.
He's yet to have a winning season. Yeah. Like, that's not a high bar.
I am with Scott, though. You never want to hear your coach say A&4 is good.
Yeah, I'm just criticizing him for saying too much. Like,
yeah, that's it.
Don't even say 8-4.
Right. Okay. Be more calculated and know the questions that are coming. When that question's an obvious one, you're going to be asked about the 9-game schedule.
Okay, we've got to hear from the AD or read from the AD, and one other big thing in Bama, Georgia, in this opening segment, Pick 3 coming up, being brought to you today by our friends at NASCAR. Brownie, tell us how we can get tickets to the world's fastest speedway at Talladega.
877-GO-TO-DEGA, TalladagaSuperspeedway.com. It's the Yellowwood 500 weekend, and you can go be part of it, one of the great sporting events in America when they come race on those high banks at the Talladega Superspeedway. The 17th, 18th, and 19th of October is the weekend we are talking about. You can reserve your spot now in the grandstand. You can reserve your spot in the infield. You can reserve your spot in the campground. And make sure you're part of that Whiskey Myers concert Saturday night in the infield. All of that information at TalladagaSuperspeedway.com. And reserve your spot there or call 877-GO-TO-DEGA, 877-GO-TO-DEGA, or TalladagaSuperspeedway.com for the Yellowwood 500 weekend.
Yeah, Michael agrees with me on Twitter. I can't believe you guys are hating on Hugh just because he listens to our show.
I love that.
It just repeats what he hears us say.
Hey, he says he doesn't listen. He's not on social media. He does say a lot of things that we talk about.
Michael says he's
just saying he does.
He's 100% correct. He's just saying what he's heard on y'all's show.
Yeah, and Hugh, you know we love you. And we're pulling for you. But, man, you got to watch this a little bit.
Don't miss your flight.
All right, here we go. Now, the athletic director, John Cohen, I guess between retiring a legend and hiring Stephen Pearl that he wasn't able to get around to reacting to last week's game at Oklahoma.
Active week for him.
I mean, I'll go back to Forrester here. Forrester, you're the Auburn guy on the show here. A little late for a reaction from the athletic director about the horrible calls in Norman?
A little late. I think it's weird. No. I mean, I think if you put this same statement out on Sunday,
calculated.
I think it's received completely differently.
It's calculated. This is more about the Texas A&M game.
So he's saying, he put up to what he said. He's talking about our players deserve better, talking with the SEC
That's
office.
Right. They missed the call. We deserve better than this. The SEC is – this, to me, was more about the Texas A&M game.
So we want the close calls in College Station?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, why put a statement out on Thursday about something that happened last Saturday? I mean, you could have done that statement Saturday night or Sunday afternoon, and that's fine. I think it's a calculated move here by Auburn to get this back in the news cycle, to get this back in everybody's face here. And this is more about calls. This is the This is the coach arguing on the sidelines, knowing he'll get the next call on his sidelines, right? If I wear out the line judge on my sidelines on a 50-50 call, I do that because I think next 50-50 call on this sideline goes my way now. This is what that is. John Cohen is the umpire, is the manager out arguing with the umpire so he gets the next strike.
I'll be honest, all the SEC games I've officiated, one spring game, outside noise, I'm just trying to get the next call right. I forget who I made the last call against or for or whatever, whether it was for the Crimson or the White. I didn't care. I was just trying to get it right.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
You would be the worst because it would be in your head. You'd make one bad call, everybody be on your ass, and then you would try a makeup call. And then your makeup call, everybody else would be on your ass, and then you go back and do another. It'd be nonstop.
Truthfully, I'd be a great NBA official.
Why?
I'd be great on the makeup calls.
Oh, yeah.
And I would glance up if I was a college basketball official and be like, oh, I got 6 fouls on one team, 3 on the other one. Yep, that's on you.
Makeup calls, though, are so predictable.
Well, they are. You can see them. It's pass interference.
Funny you say that, Lance. The Steve Shaw, when we went up to the booth, the one great call I made, the official said it was a bang-bang call, whether it was a catch or not a catch, and I called it a catch. In my head, when I was running down there on a bang-bang call, I was like, these people didn't come here to see an incomplete pass in the spring game. I was like,
he got it. He's in.
I was giving him a catch.
You got a cheater.
Benefit of the doubt.
What was Leslie Nielsen's character?
Enrico Palazzo.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo.
And then we got up and they were like, we're going to review Dunaway's call on the sidelines from the first half, the replay official. And he's like, okay, we got 7 angles in this. We want to show you what we go through here. And by the way, good use of the calling for the catches. You're running down there, good mark and everything. And by the way, Jim got the call 100% right.
Of course I did.
In my head, I was like, the fans there's 60,000 fans here that want to see a little offense. Give him the catch.
Leslie Nielsen calls that for, he goes, strike. And place goes nuts. And like 2 calls later, he's doing I love that movie. Hey, so
the new one not as good.
I have not seen the new one.
Me either. I
know Tyler has.
Naked Gun Again or whatever.
Naked Gun, whatever, the new one?
Yeah, it's solid.
Solid, okay. So here's what John Cohen knows, and here's what Hugh Freeze knows, which is John Cohen's doing this for Hugh Freeze. I don't know who the official is going to be Saturday for Auburn, Texas A&M, but you'll tell me he's human, right?
Yeah.
You know what happened?
David Smith's the best white hat in the league right now.
You think so? The former Alabama quarterback?
You don't think so?
I don't know. I don't rate him.
I do.
You know what? You know what happened? You know what happened yesterday afternoon? The head official for Auburn, Texas A&M, his golf buddies, sent him that statement like, don't get in a statement this weekend. Ha, 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 ha. If you get in a statement, you got to give us strokes on Saturday or Sunday if the league has to correct your calls. Ha, 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 ha.
The last officials that had Auburn on the road,
right.
They're playing golf this weekend on Saturday because they don't have a game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you end up in one of these statements, you'll be in our group next Saturday. And you know what that official's thinking? Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I mean,
Texas A&M can call the office too, though. So you can't.
They can, but Auburn's a step ahead of them now. I mean, that's why this came out yesterday. That's John Cohen playing the official Saturday.
All right, our friends at Coca-Cola, by the way, game day deserves the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. I've got it in my hand right here. So if you're an Alabama fan or an Auburn fan, enjoy the refreshing taste of Coke Zero Sugar, because fan work is thirsty work. Thank you to our friends at Coca-Cola, Coke Zero Sugar, the official drink of college football. I added that line.
I agree with you.
Let's go to Bama and Bourbon this week. Whole episode is out wherever you get our content. Cut 15, Tyler. Cut 15. Not on your sheet. This is added late. Aaron Suttles with Lance Taylor in our Sprite Green Room right behind us here. And beautiful bar that they set at, and they do Bama and Bourbon. You should watch the content.
The highest proof bourbon we've had up to this point.
Oh boy.
120?
128.3.
Wow.
So late in Bama Bourbon was really good then.
Wow.
Yeah, we got that high proof.
It had a pretty good pop. If you guys want me to pour you one at 28.3 on a Friday morning, I'm willing to.
No. So Aaron Suttles tells Lance that it's a statement weekend for one Alabama player. Lance knows the answer. Do you know who it should be? Brownie. It needs to be a statement weekend for one Alabama player.
The easy answer would be like Ryan Williams or somebody like that. I'm going to go Jam Miller.
Let's see if Brown is right. Here's Aaron Suttles on who the statement weekend needs to be for Alabama at Georgia.
Offensively, people want to point to the quarterback because that's where we're trained to watch the football, and Tide wasn't as sharp as he was against La Monroe at Wisconsin. But what happened before that? There was a ton of pressure on Tide. If left tackle doesn't hold up, if right tackle doesn't hold up, if your offensive line does not give you a clean pocket, you've got virtually no chance of success in the passing game. And then you're going to have to rely on a running game that has been underwhelming so far this year. So I think this is a statement game for Caden Proctor. We've all heard his name, you know, in terms of projections, if he were to come out this year, where he would be. He needs to have a great game on film. He needs to have a clean game where his side is just wiped out. Like, we can go ahead and pencil in, there can be no pressures from Caden's side. That's what you need. And then whether it's Wilkin or Michael Carroll on the right side, you have got to give Ty a chance in this environment, because you let the pass rush get off, it's going to be a long night for Ty.
Okay, so left tackle specifically, Caden Proctor needs to have a statement game.
Well, you're playing Georgia. So if you're Caden Proctor and want to play in the NFL, you're basically playing the Philadelphia Eagles, because if you're a Georgia defender, you end up in Philadelphia. So this is, I agree with Aaron. I should have said Caden Proctor. This can be his statement game to say, I am who people say I am.
Look, and you go back, and one of the things that we talked about, and I don't know if it was on, if we were rolling when we talked about this, but we were talking about the block kicks from the Eagles, and we were talking about Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. They don't have those guys anymore up front.
They don't, but.
And but they still have, you know, great players on the defensive side of the ball for Glenn Schumann and for Kirby Smart. But, I mean, the fact of the matter is, through 4 games, they're 111th in quarterback pressures right now. So they haven't been getting after the quarterback, and I do think it's still Georgia. And if you're Caden Proctor, it's an opportunity to put up some good film.
Yeah. On the flip side of that, Georgia's offensive line is one of the best in the country at protecting the quarterback. They're one of the best in the opposite of the pressure rate. They don't allow any. It'll be an offensive line game in Athens tomorrow night, prime time. Our social media for all the coverage from that game tomorrow as Alabama travels to Georgia in a big game. We'll get to our pick 3 coming up in the next segment. We'll break down some Alabama, Georgia, and some Auburn, Texas A&M, more inside the numbers, and the other big games that are going on, including 2 tonight. You can play the pick 3 right now at nextroundlive.com. Nextroundlive.com. Brooks has all the numbers up there for you, ready to go. Those numbers are locked in for you, and you can't play tonight's games. You only play Saturday games with our pick 3. You have until 11 o'clock Central, so go jump in there. And we do it every Friday in the show, brought to you by our friends at Buffalo Wild Wings. We'll tell you about Buffalo Wild Wings coming up in our next segment. But go play the pick 3 right now, nextroundlive.com, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings and our friends at Breakline, who Brownie's going to tell us about right now.
BreaklineOptics.com. And by the way, one lucky winner from this week's qualifiers will get great prizes from Breakline Optics. Am I clear to talk about that, Lance? You sent that to me the other day.
You got it. Yep.
Yeah, so we got some great prizes coming up from our friends at Breakline. We'll tell you about that as we continue in the pick 3. BreaklineOptics.com, code TNR30, though, if you want to order a pair of Breakline Optics sunglasses. They look great no matter where you go. Outdoors, at the stadiums, at the lakes, at the rivers, at the pools, at the beaches. You could take them with you. They are built to last. They are durable. You cannot break these lenses. We have tried our best to do it in the parking lot behind our building. You cannot do it. These things are going to last, and they stand behind their product for that reason. They look great. They fit great. They are wonderful sunglasses, and you can save right now. Code TNR30, BreaklineOptics.com. Code TNR30 to save 30% with our friends at Breakline Optics.
Everything Next Round is on demand now in the podcast section at nextroundlive.com.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to shinara.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
This is what being a NASCAR fan is all about. Singular history and tradition.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out.
And triple header playoffs action to ratchet up the stakes. Throw in a can't miss concert, and you've got more than a race. You've got Talladega. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Talladega, October 17th through the 19th. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com. Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of NASCAR.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Never miss anything from the next round when you listen on demand through the podcast platform of your choice, Apple, Spotify, iHeart, or Google Podcast, wherever you listen. Always like, follow, subscribe, turn on automatic download so you can catch every part of the next round. Listen anywhere in the world, anytime on the Next Round podcast feed, and support the show by following, subscribing, and turning on automatic downloads on any podcast platform. Listen anywhere in the world, anytime on the Next Round podcast feed. Thanks for always making the next round a big part of your day. Hey, Lance Taylor from the Next Round to tell you about one of our favorite places for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That is Hamburger Heaven since 1982. Hamburger Heaven has been serving Birmingham's best hamburgers, cheeseburgers, French fries, hand-spun milkshakes, and sandwiches made fresh to order. All of their ingredients are fresh and prepared daily. This includes their beef, always fresh, never frozen, hand-pattied each and every day. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, visit any of the 4 locations, Highway 280, Irondale, Gardendale, and Homewood. Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemphill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemphill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemphill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemphill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090. Hey, let me tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama. Compassionate and comprehensive urological care with 35 physicians, 17 locations across Alabama. Their patient-centered approach to all of your urological needs. Remember, they've got that new men's health center. It is beautiful, helping men with a wide range of sensitive male issues in a comfortable environment. You can always go online, visit urologycentersalabama.com, schedule an appointment with one of their many urologists today.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between 2 warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Couple of quick prop questions for you guys for the games, okay?
All right.
Just give me some quick answers. By the way, I was horrible at them last week, the over-unders that I gave you.
Oh, I didn't even remember.
Yeah. LT was one game, one prop above 500. You were one below 500, and I was 4 below 500.
Oh,
yeah.
But it sounds like you set good numbers then. I guess. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but
yeah.
I mean,
all right.
I think I got a little out of whack. These are closer to real numbers.
Okay.
If I said Jackson Arnold sacks over under 2.5 in this game,
I would go over.
I think I'd go over 2.
Wow.
I mean, look,
well.
I mean, it seems like you clean it up if you go from 10 to 4.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 is a lot of sacks, but
I mean, he probably in a week's time hasn't stopped holding the ball too long. I mean, it has been an ongoing issue. So, I mean, that can lead to 2 sacks in and of itself.
I just have him running faster.
Well, maybe so.
Yeah, so
faster.
No, I mean,
he's probably gotten faster.
Choosing to run faster.
Sooner.
Yeah,
getting out of the pocket sooner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Under for me.
All right.
2 is the number.
That'd be a huge win for Auburn.
Number of pass attempts by Gunnar Stockton over under 23 and a half.
38 and a half. I'll take the under.
Over under.
I'll
23
go over 23 and a half. These I've got a feeling this is going to play like a typical Georgia-Alabama game and go over the total.
Yeah.
So I think you're going to see some fireworks.
Since 2018, they've averaged 62 points in their game, right at 62 points a game.
In this Alabama winning 9 of the last 10 of those 10 games, they've averaged 59.8 points combined. So it's been a pretty good shootout.
Pretty remarkable that number you just gave involves almost entirely Nick Saban and Kirby Smart.
Yeah.
And it still has scored that many points with those two guys.
It's been
more of an offensive series than a defensive series. Like Alabama LSU back in the day used to be a very defensive series.
That's right. You go over 23.5 attempts or under?
Over.
I'm going to go under.
I mean, Carson Beck was way over last year because they had to come from behind. Yeah. I mean, that does impact that.
I think they'll run the ball more. I'm going to say 23 is the number.
Well, I mean, what do you think Stockton threw against Tennessee?
They got way behind, so he had to throw a lot.
44-41. I think he threw the ball 37 times.
I mean, he completed 31 times, 31 attempts.
Ty Simpson, over under 28.5.
It's going to be right on it. I'll lean over on this one as well. I'm just not, Jam coming back is going to obviously help the run game, but is he going to be in game shape? How many touches can he really get? I just don't think they're going to consistently be able to run the football, so I'm going to go over that number as well.
I think I'll take the over on that one, too.
I'm taking the over on that one. I just don't think Alabama, even with Jam, the traditional run game, just not there. Jeremiah Smith, over under 87.5 yards at Washington.
I am going to take the over just based on the fact that could happen with one play. I want to play Ohio State so bad. It's just there's so much money on Ohio State. I probably have to shy away.
Pick 3 in a second if you.
Yeah, I know. I heard New Heisel talking about, man, it's going to be a hornet's nest for Julian Sayin.
It is. He's never seen anything like it.
I don't buy it. I think Ohio State's going to walk them off the field.
Cameron's going to be. I love to hear that. Brown Bandit has been right. Have y'all noticed the Brown Bandit?
Are you under or over the 87.5? We got to get to the pick.
I am under, Jim.
Under, okay. Mendoza, under or over 29.5 attempts?
Literally the Mendoza line. Yeah. I'll take the under.
More on Mendoza coming up in our headlines, but yes, I will. I will take the Cuban Missile to go over 29.5.
Yeah, I'm going to take the under with Brownie, and then finally tonight, Chandler Morris, Virginia, over under 243.5 passing yards tonight. Virginia, by the way, against Florida State.
I'll take the under on that.
For who? For Chandler Morris? I will
243.5.
I will take the. Oh man, I think I'm going to lean under.
Yep, me too on that one. Our friends at Fractional Financial joined the show here. LT, explain to us what we're talking about here.
Yes, so if you've got a small to mid-sized business,
we do.
We do. In Alabama.
Yeah.
One of the reasons
that's where we are. Yeah.
Georgia, East Tennessee, or the Carolinas, and you're looking for a CFO service designed for businesses that need expertise, call our friend Rod Smallwood at Fractional Financial. Rod and his team provide expertise in cash management, budgets and projections, accounting, payroll, and annual reports. Fractional Financial does it all, not your typical contract CFO service. Fractional Financial works with clients face-to-face so they can be informed, data-driven decisions to get their business to the next level. You can contact them today. You see the information right there, 704-614-2083. That's 704-614-2083, or visit them right there, fractionalfinancial.net, and tell Rod and his team, the guys from the Next Round, sent you.
You've never started a business? That right there is one of the biggest headaches you'll ever face.
It really is. And it's stuff you got to have to have a successful business.
Hey, Florida State, Virginia, Jim just mentioned that game. MyBookie.ag, Florida State, a 7-point favorite in that game tonight. Another good game tonight. Arizona State, 3-point favorite at home. As they face TCU. No change in the Auburn or Alabama point spreads. Auburn still a 6.5-point underdog on the road at Texas A&M. And the Alabama Crimson Tide, a 3-point dog on the road at Georgia. You can play all those games right there at mybookie.ag. Code next round when you sign on at mybookie.ag. And you get that sign-on bonus that is right now a bet-back bonus up to $500. Here's how that works. Your first bet, they cover it up to $500. You lose right back into your account, $500 at mybookie.ag. Code next round for that bet-back bonus. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with mybookie.ag. They got fun games, too, casino games. They've even got square games. You can play squares in the Alabama-Georgia game if you want to. I mean, player props. It's all right there at mybookie.ag. Oh, Tyler.
Pick three, it's time for the pick three. 3 for you and 3 for me, that equals a pick three. Say goodbye to your family, it's time for the pick three. Only time that I'm happy is when it's time for pick three.
Brought to you by our friends at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, big news all the time from our friends at Buffalo Wild Wings. Football in full effect. So is that pick 6 from Buffalo Wild Wings, $19.99 at all the Buffalo Wild Wings out there. This is the ultimate meal deal for 2 with 2 entrees, 2 sides, 2 drinks. You can pick between boneless wings, any of those 26 sauces and seasonings, spicy sauced or grilled crispy chicken dippers, hand smashed, double stacked all-American cheeseburgers with a side of fries, tots, potato wedges. Pick 6 meal for 2 at participating locations. Stop into one of those great locations throughout Alabama. It's Buffalo Wild Wings.
Listen, as Forrester pulls up the current standings, I could have done a pick 6 this weekend.
Oh, that good, huh?
Ohio State, easy winner. Arizona, easy winner in this weekend. USC, easy winner this weekend. I didn't do any of those. That's 3 easy winners.
So you just left those on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see what you got.
6 and 6. I'm just giving you guys a chance right now.
All right, thank you.
Forrester's in the lead. Brooks and I and LT all tied at 6 and 6. Brown should just let the Brown Bandit work on Friday for him and take the weekend early.
I may do that. That's a good idea. I'll see if he's available.
3 and 9.
He's at that party. He's got all that money. He's just partying all the time.
I'll start us off in this segment. You guys can get to yours a little bit later on.
Later for me.
Later for you.
I'm waiting for some information from the locker room.
Wow, I can't believe that.
Oh, no. Did you mess up your drawings?
I didn't know the yellow leaked like that.
Huh.
Oh. You said it like this and it leaks. But I gave you 3 winners already. Here's the 3 I like the best. Give me TCU, LSU, and FSU.
Wow. 3-letter parlay.
Yeah.
So you can play tonight's games.
Yeah, we can play Friday games.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Just
the viewers cannot because we have a deadline. We have to make the picks today. Their deadline's 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. Nextroundlive.com. TCU, LSU, Florida State. My place here.
Yeah, I've also got both the sides on the TCU Arizona State and the Florida State Virginia game up and available at Lanceslock.
Yeah.
Oh,
usually when he is eager to jump on Lanceslock.com, he sees something he either likes or hates on my board right there.
I think I know.
Yeah, Lanceslock.com if you want to go play those. The Buffalo Wild Wing pick 3. Let's talk about the games tonight first. Florida State on the road at Virginia. Here's why I like Florida State. You can tell me earlier this week, Lance picked Virginia in his upset alert. I like Florida State, and here's why. I think Florida State is this year's Indiana. We're going to keep doubting them all the way through, and this is their Nebraska from last year.
Okay, I got you now.
I just think Florida State is as good as they looked against Alabama. Virginia is a good story. They are better with Tony Elliott and Chandler Morris, but the defense, the speed, and the run game will be too much for Virginia to cover the number. That's not a big number tonight. Florida State, I just don't think they have a handle on how good Florida State is right now and how Virginia's improved. I think they're a little overvalued right now.
I mean, for Florida State fans, thank God for the transfer portal. We talked about that yesterday and how the impact these guys are already making coming off a 2-win season after such a disaster last year. I had a conversation earlier today with a handicapper, and I was talking about how difficult this game is for this reason alone. I do think Virginia is much improved, especially on the offensive side under Tony Elliott with Chandler Morris at quarterback. But at the same time, Florida State could be elite. I don't know if they're elite yet or not. I think this is kind of that barometer game because if Florida State is elite, they should go into Charlottesville and they should win this game going away by double digits. But if Virginia is this much improved and Florida State is not as good as we believe, I think it's a really tight game.
How many passes did Gunnar Stockton attempt in the Tennessee game?
31.
31. Tommy Castellanos has attempted 38.
Oh, yeah, the entire season.
All year.
Well, they hadn't had to.
They've played 3 games.
But look at how they've run the football.
I know. He's thrown 38 passes in 3 games.
They are second nationally behind only Navy in running the football, and they're doing it at a high level, and I fully expect they're going to be able to run the football tonight. I wonder how good Florida State is. Again, Alabama fans are going to be in a complete panic if Florida State loses this game.
I picked Florida State. I don't want to panic this weekend. TCU on the road at Arizona State. Truthfully, when I picked TCU, I thought they were at home. But TCU's on the road at Arizona State as the ranked team on this Friday night. Great quarterback matchup here.
Fantastic.
And I'm going to lean Josh Hoover has a better game.
Hoover is as good as Sawyer Robertson has been. Josh Hoover is the leading passer in the Big 12 right now. That guy's been terrific.
I was going to say, coming into the season, if we would have looked at this game, we'd have looked ahead to Week 5 on a Friday night, we would have said Sam Levitt's the better quarterback. Not even close. Hoover has completely outplayed him. I do think Sawyer Robertson's probably the best quarterback in the Big 12, but I think Josh Hoover is right there. I was asked yesterday when I was on with our friends Chip and Zay who the best quarterback is in the Big 12, and Josh Hoover is kind of...
It's either Hoover or Robertson. Maybe some would say Baron Morton, but, his backup was just, you wonder how much of that was...
also, and you guys tell me how you would answer this, who's the best team in the state of Texas right now? I lean Texas Tech. I think Texas Tech, Texas, TCU,
look at Dunaway.
A&M, all right there.
You just picked the Big 12 over 2 SECs. Dunaway did not like that.
The discussion is between A&M and Texas.
Wow.
Yeah.
I definitely think TCU could play with either one of them right now.
I would love to see Texas defense against Josh Hoover, Baron Morton. Either Josh Hoover or Baron Morton.
Texas Tech's a really good 5A team, but if they come up and play with 7A teams, come on.
Arch Manning could not move the football in Texas Tech's defense right now.
Time will come.
Yeah,
time will come.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll eventually we'll get to see that. That's the 2 games tonight. There's also Houston playing Oregon State late night. So you get a late night game that I think kicks at 10:30. Is that what it is? 9:30 here local time, 9:30 ESPN. So you can stay up all night watching college football. You can play those games at lanceslock.com, brought to you by our friends at Hemp Hill.
Yeah, unfortunately, we gave you guys a loser last night in the NFL. We had Arizona plus 1.5. Excited when they tied up the game with 28 seconds. They end up blowing it. Seattle walks it off, so we did lose that game last night. We bounced back with 2 winners in college football for you. Those are up and available. We'll also be doing a live show later today for you at lanceslog.com, and we will also be doing a live show in the morning. So jump on, watch with us, win with us. It's all brought to you by our friends at Hemp Hill Services, 205-229-2090. Whether you experience plumbing, heating, cooling issues in your home or business, they are ready to serve you. Call Adam, Chad, Andrew, the guys there. Tell them the next round sent you. For more information, hemphillservices.com.
So this is not a game, Jim, we would normally get to in the Pick 3, understandably, but for 2 straight days, people in the chat have been asking Lance's opinion on this game. So can we touch on one off the board game real quick?
Yeah, I'll give mine too.
Okay. People are asking, how in the world is Kansas State favored by 6 over UCF? Now, the game is in Manhattan. It's in the Little Apple. But as bad as Kansas State has been this year, I think people are a little bit surprised by that point. Should they be?
Not yet. They should be. And it's funny that you bring this up because there's a good chance, outside of it being at 11 o'clock, Kansas State will be on our card tomorrow. Kansas State could easily be 4-0. I know they're sitting at 1-3. This team is better. They've had an extended rest after losing the Arizona game on Friday night, so they've got a little bit more time off. Central Florida's been a great story with Scott Frost coming back to Orlando at 3-0.
Barely beat Jack State.
They did. They beat Jack State late, but then they pounded North Carolina.
Look, everybody's...
you throw your arm. I mean, that's a... Okay.
Yeah. Kansas State was almost my... What is Wednesday now?
Whacked out Wednesday.
Yeah, whacked out Wednesday.
They are going to. This is that point where Chris Kleiman brings them together. Hey, our season is not lost. We're 1-3. If we win out, we can get to the Big 12 championship game, but we can still win this. They've got enough talent to do it. Do I think they'll win out? No, but they're going to go on a run. It starts with Central Florida. They are going to dick whip Central Florida.
Okay, all right. So Lance had us whacked out.
Boat race.
Boat race.
Motorboat them.
They're going to motorboat them, Jimmy.
Yep.
All right, well, there you go, folks in the chat that are asking about that game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'd already picked in my little pick'em Kansas State, that game there. Ride with the better talent. All right, to Alabama and Auburn before we get to Furman in the top of the hour here. Alabama and Georgia. I want to ask you, Kalen DeBoer's offensive scheme against Kirby Smart's defensive scheme. Keep in mind, Dan Lanning plays the same scheme that Kirby Smart played. So to me, you look at what DeBoer has done to Kirby Smart's defensive scheme last year and to basically Kirby Smart's defensive scheme when he was at Washington against Oregon. That's pretty impressive. Is DeBoer's offensive scheme with Ryan Grubb a Kirby Smart, Dan Lanning, Nick Saban type kryptonite offense, a scheme that they struggle with?
I think everybody struggles with DeBoer's scheme. I really do. I mean, I know you can scoff at that, and you can go back to a couple of moments last year against Oklahoma, and you could go back earlier this year against Florida State. But this is still a really good offense. I mean, 19th in scoring offense, 42.6 points per game. I think Ty is just getting comfortable. You're getting your starting running back. The offensive line has not played to the level they need to. You heard Aaron Suttles on Bama and Bourbon talking about Caden Proctor needs that statement game. But I think this Ryan Grubb, Kalen DeBoer, Ty Simpson offense is coming together. And as good as Georgia's defense is, it's not elite, and it's not to the standard we have seen before, in my opinion.
So just to back up with numbers, what you're talking about there, Jim, he played Oregon 3 times at Washington, right?
Yes.
Okay. Here are the numbers for those 3 times. In 2022, 522 yards, 37 points in a win.
That will win in Athens, 100%.
I would agree.
Yeah.
In 2023, the regular season matchup, 415 yards, 36 points in a win.
That will win in Athens.
In the Pac-12 championship game, that year, 481 yards, 34 points.
Again, that will win.
37, 36, 34. He's been pretty darn consistent against them. Yardage has varied a little bit, but point production has been pretty consistent against Dan Lanning defenses. And then, by the way, if you go look at last year's game in Tuscaloosa, you're going to see similar numbers against the Kirby Smart defense there. So to back it up with some numbers right there, you make an excellent point.
Yeah. Now go to Auburn and Texas A&M, where Hugh Freeze is 4-3 all time against Texas A&M, and this was his big signature win last year. Does Mike Elko and A&M have a Hugh Freeze problem?
Probably, and I think they got a problem tomorrow. I do like the Auburn Tigers. It's not going to be part of my pick 3, but I actually think that Oklahoma is better than Texas A&M. I understand that Oklahoma, their quarterback was playing with a broken throwing hand for 3 quarters. That's a problem.
Yeah, I would say.
But Auburn looked to be, outside of that one thing, maybe the better team. 3 egregious calls that obviously and ultimately cost Auburn that game. A&M's defense is not playing up to Elko standards. And I think a lot of this is sometimes head coaches, when you're a master at one side of the ball, when you take over, you lose a little focus on that side of the ball, and I think that's happened. The offense is explosive, but I think Auburn's going to have their opportunities against this A&M defense. But, yeah, to answer your question, Hugh Freeze, I mean, before the Baylor game, I guess his signature win is still over Texas A&M.
It was Texas A&M last year, yeah.
That's our Buffalo Wild Wings pick 3. We'll do it again throughout the show. Todd Furman coming up. Before we do a quick viewing menu, Brownie, tell us about our friends at Culver's.
Yeah, you can go enjoy those great desserts at Culver's. We'll tell you about those in a moment, but start with the Butter Burger. They're great fries and those great cheese curds, amazing sides there and amazing burgers at your local Culver's. But you heard me mention an exciting dessert that they've got right now for a limited time, so hurry up and swing by Culver's and enjoy that flight of their concretes. And it's not just normal concrete, y'all. This is, it's going to take you back to your childhood. The cereals that maybe you loved as a kid. The flight of concretes that are Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Lucky Charms, and Cocoa Puffs. 3 flavors, 1 flight, endless nostalgia. Get it at your local Culver's in Birmingham today.
Hey, if you wear the glasses or contacts, trust me, you're wasting money each and every year. I did it for about a decade with the contacts. Pain in the ass, too. Taking them out, putting them back in. Make the phone call that I made. Michelson Laser Vision, 205-969-8100. Ask for Amy. Tell her the next round sent you. They're going to hook you up with a hassle-free consultation. You have 0 to lose to find out if LASIK is right for you. 205-969-8100 or michelsonlaservision.com.
Oop, wrong button. So, first off, I saw one battle after another last night. Would highly recommend it.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to get it in today. I just don't know if I can with these 2 games coming up.
Yep, it is. It's a long movie. It's about 2.5 hours, little over. So with trailers and all, getting to your seat and getting the popcorn and everything, you're in for a 3-hour haul for sure.
Back to Paul Thomas Anderson. I was telling Tyler this story earlier. It's funny that Fiona Apple used to date the guy that did this film, Paul Thomas Anderson. And she said that she quit doing cocaine because she had to spend the night with Paul Thomas Anderson and Quentin Tarantino.
Yeesh.
All doing cocaine, and all they did was brag all night. And she was like, it got me off cocaine quicker than anything. You ever want to hang out with Tarantino and Paul Thomas Anderson? But Paul Thomas Anderson was one of the first directors recently to get Final Cut. I don't know if you ever saw Hard Eight, his first movie, and then Boogie Nights. After Boogie Nights, he got it. I thought Magnolia was really, really good. I never saw The Master with Philip Seymour Hoffman and Joaquin Phoenix. Kind of loosely based on Scientology, I think. But I want to see one battle after another because all of Leo's stuff is really good, and I think Paul Thomas Anderson is extremely talented.
It's very good. Lots of action, lots of good tension, and unexpected comedy at points. Benicio del Toro is just fantastic in this role.
He is such a believable criminal.
Yeah.
Is he not?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like him in oh my gosh,
Usual Suspects.
No, not the. He was great in that. But what was the Taylor Sheridan movie? About the cartel. Sicario.
Oh yeah,
he was incredible in Sicario.
Yeah, he was good in Sicario. So today I'll be seeing The Strangers Chapter 2, which will not be nearly as good as One Battle After Another. And there's also re-releases this weekend of the original Spider-Man trilogy with Tobey Maguire. Today is one night only, Spider-Man 1. Tomorrow you got Spider-Man 2.1, which has about 8 new minutes of footage. And Spider-Man 3 is on Sunday. And if anybody's looking to go to those, just know that there are no trailers before those showings. And then finally on viewing menu today, Netflix has added Karate Kid Legends to its catalog. I caught it earlier this year, and it's just turn your brain off, feel good, fun time. If you like Karate Kid or Cobra Kai or anything like that, I think you'll have fun with it.
That's what Tyler's watching this weekend. The show being brought to you by Alabama Power. Todd Furman coming up on the other side, Brownie.
Yeah, our friends at Alabama Power want to remind you that they are not just here to keep your power on and make sure you save on your bill, but they're also a great member of our community and want to keep it clean, and you can help do the same thing. Right now, they are taking part in that Renewing the River Clean Up, and you can see more at alabamapower.com/renewourrivers. It started as a community cleanup along the Coosa. It's grown into a movement with more than 104,000 volunteers. They've removed more than 13.5 million pounds of trash from Alabama's waterways. Check out the 2025 cleanup schedule now, alabamapower.com/renewourrivers.
Follow Dunaway on Twitter and Instagram at Jim Dunaway.
Yo, kinfolk, what's good, man? Let me holler at you for a minute. You know how life can be life. You're out there chasing that dollar. Every dollar is accounted for going somewhere. Then all of a sudden, bam! Out of nowhere, a car accident. All I had to do was hit up my people at Alexander Shannara Trial Attorney. You already know when that dude Alex pulls up the trial, he shuts down the litigation situation. Yo, go to Shannara.com. Hit him up at 659-777-7777.
Call me, Alabama.
No representation that legal services provided are better than any other provider.
This is what being a NASCAR fan is all about. Singular history and tradition.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out.
And triple header playoffs action to ratchet up the stakes. Throw in a can't miss concert, and you've got more than a race. You've got Talladega. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Talladega, October 17th through the 19th. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com. Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of NASCAR.
To everyone who craves a fresh meal made just for you, let our team member Jacob share what's special about Culver's.
In Wisconsin, our food comes from the heart, and taking the time to handcraft your meal with care is how we've always done it at Culver's. It's why your Butterburger doesn't touch the grill until after you order.
Come to Culver's and let us serve you a Butterburger, made special just for you. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Stop by the New York Butcher Shop and pick up the finest in certified Angus prime beef steaks and burgers, premium pork chops, ribs, and all-natural chicken cut to order just for you. Their chef-prepared entrees and side dishes are the perfect dinner-to-go choice for your family and are ready to heat at home. With a great selection of fine wines and desserts, the New York Butcher Shop is your one-stop dinner shop. 2 locations to serve you, Cahaba Heights and on Highway 119 in Greystone. The New York Butcher Shop, rare quality, well-done service.
Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing.
This hour of The Next Round is presented by the Birmingham Racecourse Casino, now featuring 7 days of giveaways with your chance to win a share of up to $125,000. The more you visit the Birmingham Racecourse Casino, the more chances you have to win.
Get all your favorite Next Round gear all in one place, nextround.store. From our Next Round hats to the logo tees to the all-time best-selling Y'all Can Have the Rest shirt, you can look your best by shopping with us at nextround.store. Take the Next Round anywhere with nextround.store. Hey, for all of your IT and printing needs, reach out to our friends at Xerox Business Solutions. Look, I'm still one of those old school guys. I print my notes every single day for the show. If you watch the show here on the Next Round, you see all the notes in front of me. From day one, Xerox Business Solutions, they've been with us here at the Next Round. Local for over 45 years. For all of your IT and printing needs, visit XeroxBusinessSolutions.com or call 205-969-3000. That's 205-969-3000.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between two warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, The Next Round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
Our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama bringing you part of this hour. Todd Furman coming up. If you want to stay on top of your health, do so with our friends at UCA, 205-930-0920. Prostate health, the kidney stones, 70 years of urological care here in Central Alabama. Urology Centers, Alabama.com.
All right, Todd Furman, CBS Sports, at Todd Furman on social media is where you follow him. He gives us great picks every single week and some great thoughts on all the big games. Furman is on the Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys Hotline. What is up, Todd? How are you today, buddy? Hang on one second. We'll get Todd up. Get Todd up. Oh, Todd, you there? I heard him. I heard a Furman. All right, we'll try him back.
We'll get back to Todd Furman and talk about the games going on this weekend, week 5 of college football. Our friends at Odie's, when we get Furman back on, bringing you part of the show today as well.
Live music tonight. You will also have an opportunity to get in there and watch all 3 of these games in college football. College football, wall-to-wall tomorrow at Odie's Tavern. 2 locations, the original in Crestline, newest location in Edgewood. Fantastic food at both from Rodney Davis, almost 4 decades now. The award-winning wings, delicious burgers, great sandwiches, ice-cold beer buckets, full of the Bud Light, the Odie's famous cup cocktails as well. Get in and see Will Haver and that great staff. 2 locations, Birmingham Institution, it's Odie's Tavern.
All right, as we wait on Furman to get back, we'll talk about a couple other things going on in college football. One game to keep an eye on is Notre Dame and Arkansas, where Notre Dame found its run game last week, albeit against Purdue, 254 rushing yards. That's more than they had against Miami and Texas A&M combined. Arkansas's defense has not been good. Not good.
No, Arkansas's defense. Well, and
neither is Notre Dame.
Yeah, you look at Chris Ash taking over this Notre Dame defense. They're giving up almost 33 points right now, which is 119th in the FBS, and that is not how Marcus Freeman built this program into playing for a national championship last year. I think it's going to be a fun game. I think it's going to be an absolute shootout. The total's gone up to 64.5 in certain places. Arkansas 15th nationally, scoring almost 44 points per game. Taylor Green. If they win this game at 3-2, could Taylor Green be in the conversation for the Heisman?
I don't think so, just because Arkansas is not going to be good enough. I mean,
team award.
Yeah, it becomes such a team award, and Arkansas wouldn't be good enough. We're going to try Furman again. Furman, can you hear us now, Todd? It's a bad sign. All right.
Yeah.
63.5 is a lot of points. And I think it's going to go over. I think you got two defenses here, and this thing will go over.
Yeah, and I think we've hyped up Arkansas a little too much. Notre Dame's probably the right way. I'm going to stay away from this. If I play anything, it would be the over. But I think C.J. Carr is really comfortable in this offense. And the thing is, when he's not, you can just rely on both Love and Price in that backfield. And I think they will be able to run at will against this Arkansas defense.
Fun weekend of games. That includes the biggest one in the country, not in the SEC, Oregon and Penn State, where it's Dante Moore's first true road game as a starter, and he's going to a wideout. But the numbers that you continue to talk about with James Franklin, 4-20 all-time versus the top 10, but more surprisingly, 3-11 when he's in the top 10 against top 10 teams too.
No, yeah, look, I get that. But here's one thing that we haven't really talked about this week. Jim Knowles and this defense. And this defense is only giving up 5.6 points per game. Dante Moore is making that first road start across the country in front of a raucous atmosphere at night where they've won 6 consecutive whiteout games. I think that's going to be the difference here. Dante Moore's completing 75% of his passes. He's only been sacked 1 time. But I think the difference here is going to be Penn State's defense with Jim Knowles scheming it up and really confusing Moore into making a couple of mistakes. Penn State running the football. I think Penn State wins this game.
So I agree with you on that. I still don't trust the Oregon wide receivers and Dante Moore in this setting here. But keep in mind, Brownie, we're expecting Penn State to be good because of all the people they've got back from last year, but they don't have their 2 best players back from last year, Tyler Warren and Abdul Carter.
You're right. And they don't. And we're expecting them to be good based on all of that because we haven't seen them tested.
That's
right.
right.
That's the whole thing is we're basing this on, okay, well, they're scoring a bunch of points and they're playing well, but, you know, who have they done that against? So I think we've given Penn State the benefit of the doubt here a little bit. Based on what we thought they would be and what they've done against inferior opponents, which is the way you should beat those teams.
Yeah, look, I saw Drew Aller get bailed out a lot from Tyler Warren, and he was by far the best offensive player last year. And that's why I don't think Penn State is going to be as good as a lot of people think. I just think this is a really good spot. The one thing I feel really good about is their defense is going to be elite this year.
Yeah.
I just don't know about this offense, Drew Aller, with his wideouts.
Yeah. Penn State right now feels sort of like I felt about Alabama going into the Florida State game. I gave Alabama way too much credit going into the Florida State game and didn't trust what Florida State was. And Clemson. Clemson had all those people back, and I was like, well, if they had all those people back, they're going to be that much better. Penn State's got to go prove it in this game against Oregon this weekend.
To be fair, I mean, what is Oregon? Who have they played that we trust them?
I mean, Oklahoma State? No.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they already fired their coach.
Yeah, they played nobody yet either.
Yeah, I mean, neither of these teams have been particularly challenged. So,
and I really thought they were off against Northwestern. I don't think they showed a lot.
Yeah,
but it didn't look close to the offense that popped against Oklahoma State.
That's the only thing I'll say about Oregon, Dunaway. At least they've had to pack up and travel and at least take it on the road a little bit, which is more than what Penn State has had to do against inferior opponents. Now, they took it on the road to a high school stadium and played Northwestern, but still they had to take it on the road for a second.
They at least went to do that.
Yeah.
Show being brought to you today by our friends at Gray's Tree Service. Right now, the phone system is dead wood for us. You can clean up dead wood in your house. Or in your yard, like LT did with those 4 dead pines a few years ago.
Yeah, very important, man. If you've got trees that are dying out, you got to get those things extracted before they fall. They cause a lot of damage. It's a real thing out there. And our friends at Gray's, family-owned and operated right here in Birmingham for over 25 years. Look, everybody takes care of their lawn. Take care of your trees, too. From the removal, the trimming, the health, they can do it all. Trusted by nearly every golf course in town at the Birmingham Zoo. No competition for our friends at Gray's. You can call 205-255-1239. Tell them the next round sent you. Scan the QR code that Scott has thrown up there on your screen, or just go online to graystree.com.
Hey, and don't forget the Talladega Super Speedway, home to the Yellowwood 500, coming up again mid-October, the 17th, 18th, and 19th of October. That's the Yellowwood 500 weekend, racing every single one of those days. You can enhance your race experience by enjoying the garage experience presented by Coolray. It is the most immersive, best garage experience in NASCAR. You can reserve your spot for that. You can buy your tickets. You can get a spot in the campground or in the infield right there at TalladagaSuperspeedway.com, or call 877-GO-TO-DEGA. TalladagaSuperspeedway.com, 877-GO-TO-DEGA. It's the Yellowwood 500 weekend coming up October 17, 18, and 19 at the Talladega Super Speedway.
LSU Ole Miss is another huge game in the Southeastern Conference. LSU's cornerback, Mansour Delane, is considered right now to be one of the best in the country. Pro Football Focus rates him the best in the country, almost to where nobody's going to try to test him anymore this year. Insert two very inexperienced quarterbacks, whoever plays, how much they play with Trinidad Chambliss and Austin Simmons. If you're already taking away a quarter of the field, a third of the field, half the field with Delane on one side, that limits you what you can do in the passing game.
I am going to make this prediction. I think Trinidad Chambliss is the better option, but I think the Ole Miss offense is going to struggle in spots where you will see Simmons come back in, and then I think you're going to get a full-blown what does Lane Kiffin do with the situation? Because this LSU defense has been dominant. The offense has been completely off. Blake Baker, though, he's going to be a Broyles finalist. I don't think this defense is going to fall off at all. This is pretty amazing. So opponents have gone up against this defense on a 3rd and 7. I got to give ESPN credit for this stat. 3rd and 7, 26 times. 3rd and 7 or more, 26 times. They've only allowed offenses to convert 2 of those. 2 of 26 on 3rd and 7. So if you can get Ole Miss behind the chains early and Trinidad Chambliss making that first start, I think you can. I think LSU's defense is the difference here. I think with an experienced quarterback, Nussmeier can't make those mistakes. I don't think LSU will be able to run the football. I don't think it matters. I think their defense takes this game over.
Yeah, Ole Miss, for me, will have to put so much pressure on Keywan Lacey to run the football. He's been their go-to runner. He's got more attempts, according to CBS Sports. He's first in attempts at running the football. Like, he's getting more touches.
Well, he's leading the SEC with 7 rushing touchdowns right now. He's been really, really good.
Yeah, and if you've got shaky quarterback play or quarterbacks that are all of a sudden are turning it over, you rely on Lacey to run the football. A lot of pressure on him this weekend if the Rebels are going to pull the win.
Was it you talking about Nick Saban on game day saying of Blake Baker, nobody confuses you, nobody's better
disguises coverage in the game right now better than Blake Baker does.
And that's what scares me, Lance, if I'm Lane Kiffin. Not that Austin Simmons is particularly experienced.
No, he's not.
But he's at least been in a film room with Jackson Dart, Austin Simmons has, breaking down all these SEC teams through one season. Now, he hasn't gone out on the field and done it, but Trinidad Chambliss is coming from D2. This just feels like I'm going from basic math to calculus very, very quickly.
Well, not just in Oxford, but I think that this is a weekend that I feel like we finally get a gauge on a lot of different teams. I don't know if you guys feel like that.
I do.
But, Oregon and Penn State haven't been tested. Alabama has. Georgia has. But, what's it look like, playing in Athens? There's just a lot of games. USC hasn't been tested. Now they go to Champaign, take on Illinois, Arkansas, Notre Dame. There's so many barometer games. So I think this is going to be a true test. Coming out on Monday, I think we'll have a better feel for this college football season.
Here's Brian Kelly on just how much that LSU defense has improved under Blake Baker. Here's the LSU coach.
You feel better about those games because you're taking a defense that can stand up against the environment, going on the road and all those things. And we're a much more cohesive group. The roster's better. The players are better. Those were good, tough kids that played hard for us, but we're a little short in some areas. So we bring a defense with us. Now we'll have to match. Obviously, I don't know about all the points, but we got to score too. Like we talked about last week. I mean, we can't, be scoring a touchdown or 10 points. That's not going to cut it in the SEC. So continue to play at the level that we have defensively, and then bring your offense up to the level that it needs to be to win games in the SEC.
Yeah, big game there. We'll talk more about Alabama's trip to Georgia and Auburn's trip to Texas A&M after LT tells us about the folks at Sleep Home, Alabama.
I rolled into walk-ons last night. Guess who I saw?
I'm going to guess one of the O'Neill brothers.
Joe and his beautiful wife. Yes, I had an opportunity to catch up with them and talk a little CPAP. Nothing like talking CPAP on a Thursday night before some college football and some NFL kicking off. But Alabama's best home sleep testing and CPAP, it resides with our friends at CPAP Plus. 5 locations for the O'Neill brothers throughout the state: Birmingham, Trussville, Pelham, Foley, Troy. It's Alabama's best home sleep testing and CPAP. Go to that website, sleephomealabama.com. You want to get the sleep study done. You want to sleep soundly for 8+ hours every single night. So important for your health. But you don't want to deal with the lab. You don't want to deal with the insurance. Guess what? No lab, no insurance, just $199 home sleep test. Just easy-to-wear fingertip devices, clinically validated. They connect to your smartphone, complete with the physician's interpretation of your results. Again, $199, all available right now from our CPAP Plus friends at sleephomealabama.com.
Okay, Auburn on a plane to College Station, flying into, what is that, South Texas, Central Texas?
Bryan College Station?
Yeah, Bryan College Station. They do have a little airport there you can fly into,
I think
right?
so, yeah. I mean, I assume a team plane can land there. I assume that's where everybody goes.
I always fly out of Houston. But, yep, when you go into there, you fly into a different world at College Station. Here's Hugh Freeze talking on the importance of having a run game in this one, not just Jackson Arnold, but getting Alston and Cobb going in a road SEC environment.
Huge. It would probably should have been a little more committed. We averaged 3.5 yards last week against a really good run defense, but you've got to be able to be balanced somehow so that they can't just tee off on you. And so I think it's very critical that we're able to get those dirty runs that keep us ahead of the chains and stay out of we had way too many third and longs. You're just not gonna have success in that world very much at all.
Dirty runs. I like to get them dirty runs. Among running backs that have had at least 20 carries, do you know who leads the conference in yards per attempt?
Jeremiah Cobb.
I was going to say Lacey.
Ahmad Hardy in Missouri, who's
God,
had a tremendous year.
Yeah,
I know.
it's actually easy. You get that answer. When you ask Aflac trivia questions, you got to relate it to the two teams that are playing.
I know. Well, I am, because number 2 is Jeremiah Cobb.
Okay. He hadn't got enough touches, by the way.
I mean, guys, listen to this now. 7.2 yards per carry. 7.2 yards per carry. And I am talking about 52 carries. So this is not like some random stat where he's had 14 carries and he hit a home run. We're talking 52 carries where he's averaging 7.2 yards per carry, almost 100 yards per game. I know Damari Alston is on the depth chart, the number 1 back here. I'm with Lance, man. I got to see some more Jeremiah Cobb here out of Auburn. 7.2 yards per carry.
He's your best back. He is.
Yeah, he seems to be right now. I would agree with you.
I don't know how less than 100% Alston has been when he's played on either side of him missing a game, but Cobb has been very impressive. And Arnold, and I think it was Joel Klatt who said this earlier this week, Arnold has to be a willing runner. Just at some point just realize, man, use your speed.
Yeah.
Use your legs. Don't let the outside noise get in your head saying, man, you need to go through your progressions a little bit more. Man, if 1 and 2 is not there, go get those yards.
Well, Arnold's numbers are going to be skewed by sacks, so these are not going to be fair numbers I'm about to give you.
I will give the college football media props. They're starting to say rushing yards without the sack numbers.
Yeah.
They're starting to get some of those stats out there.
And I don't have that for Arnold, so I apologize. I can try to find it. But he's got 55 carries, and Cobb has 52. Now, Arnold's 3.29. Now, again, it's going to be skewed by sacks. But to your point.
Yeah, I mean, his improvised and any design runs, those are going to be pretty good numbers based on how skewed it is.
That's right. So be a willing runner and have more of those runs. I mean, I think Auburn's to the point where would you like to see him be able to stand back there and throw more? Sure. But until they can consistently do that, he's got a skill set where he can turn bad plays into good ones. He can't just stand back there like a statue and hold the football.
Alabama over at Georgia. Cut 10, Tyler, if you can. Best receiving group as a group for Georgia since the A.J. Green group? Are these receivers that good? Have they... factor in Delp at tight end.
Delp at tight end, Branch, Bell, Young. Yeah, I think so. You had to see it. And even London Humphreys. I mean, catch of the year so far for Georgia.
Throw of the year too.
And throw of the year, yeah. So look, you had to utilize these guys in order to win in Neyland. I think you're going to have to do it again if Georgia is going to win this game against Alabama. But yeah, I think. We talked about this in the offseason. I think they've got their most skill, at least since they had McConkey and Bowers, and it seemed like it was kind of lopsided with just those two guys. I think there are more, not to that elite talent of those two, but a lot more spread around talent.
But going into the season, we thought that may have been Alabama's biggest strength, the secondary, right? Have we changed from that? Do we? If you're throwing out a great receiving core against that Alabama defense, I feel like I still want to go to battle with that Alabama secondary. I think I like those guys.
So are you asking me, was your question, do I still think that's Alabama's best position group?
Yeah, and no matter how good, how deep Georgia's receiving room is, I still like the Bama guys, right?
Before the Bama receivers,
the
Bama
defenders against the Georgia
and
receivers.
This is last year where Xavier Brown kind of came on the scene in this game.
Yes.
You knew Damani Jackson already, but Xavier Brown had that game-saving interception there at the very end.
Forced into the game because of injuries.
That's right, and played pretty well. Obviously, Georgia had noticed, Jim, that he was forced into the game because of injuries. Is that still Alabama's best position group? I thought it was going into the season, to your point. I thought even
Me
better
too.
when everybody was talking Ryan Williams, Jeremy Bernard. I'm like, hey, that's a good position group, but I think Alabama's best group is secondary. I mean, Lance, they lead the conference in pass defense. That is potentially an extremely misleading statistic because Florida State never had to throw, and they've played La Monroe in Wisconsin, and Wisconsin's awful at quarterback. But they could still be that good. I mean, they are the leader in pass defense. They can only play who they've played, and so far nobody's really thrown on them.
Yeah, and look there, I don't think there's one receiver. Again, I think the collective group of Georgia skills good. I don't think there's one guy that scares you to death, though.
Yeah.
No,
there's not that AJ group.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, second in the nation.
There's not a Ryan Williams.
Second in the nation among Power 4 and pass defense. Again, I get what they've played, but you can only play against what you play, Jim. And when you're giving up 108 pass yards per game in today's college football, and you've given up one passing touchdown and you've picked off 3 passes, I mean, to me, that's really, really good. I don't care who the opponent is.
Here's the thing that I love about Gunnar Stockton so far. In that Tennessee game, he had 4 go-ahead drives. 4 times his team was behind, and he put together a drive to put his team back in the lead. 4 times on the road.
Oh, he was great.
He was fantastic.
Yeah, I don't think there's a problem at all with quarterback, and we talked about that in the offseason. Like, Kirby is smart enough, and most people would agree, still the best active coach in football. If he had a quarterback issue, he would have gone to the portal and gotten one.
Here is Georgia wide receiver Zachariah, on his relationship with Gunnar Stockton. If you don't know the background, one of these guys is from the West Coast, and Gunnar Stockton is not.
Talking more to him and about his life and how he grew up and things like that. And I'm from West Coast, from the city and things like that. So I didn't really have too many animals and things like that around me. And he was telling me about I got 7 cows at the house. I'm like, it was pretty cool just, to hear the different things, where certain people are from and just to tie it together, just seeing how country and things and how he was pretty funny to me. But I love Gunnar as a person, man. He's probably the nicest person I've ever met, honestly.
7 cows, which doesn't seem like a lot, but I'm not in the cow business.
It's a lot for me. I got 0.
Yeah. They always look like they have more on Yellowstone.
Man, my father-in-law, I think at one point had 60 head of cattle, and the pain in the ass that they had to deal with those things.
Yep, 7 for Gunnar Stockton. But if you're from the West Coast, anybody owning a cow is different. Different.
I don't see a lot of them in L.A. I've been in L.A. I don't see a ton of cows.
Those two have put together a pretty cool relationship. Before we tell you about the tender moment of the day, LT, tell us about Company Distilling.
Company Distilling is a great new product available in our wonderful state of Alabama here.
Do you mix it? Do you mix it sometimes?
You can. We talked about this with their master distiller. Jeff Arnett, when we had him on 2 weeks ago from Galette's. He's like, your palate's your palate, whatever you want to do with it. I still will mix some bourbons with Coke every now and then for that nostalgic bourbon and Coke that we used to drink so much at the football games at Legion Field and Bryant-Denny.
I like to occasionally throw a ginger ale in there.
But whatever works for you. I'm more just a neat guy. Don't even use the ice really anymore.
Me too.
But they've got different variations. They've got the maple. They've got the apple. I mean, just a fantastic, great price point bourbon. If you're looking for one this weekend, please get into one of your ABC stores. Ask for it by name. Not only available in Alabama, but Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Missouri, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Texas. It is a whiskey that is as good as the company you keep. This is your moment to try it. Find your bottle. Learn more at companydistilling.com/Alabama. Enjoy responsibly all weekend long from our friends at Company Distilling.
I'm guessing our tender moment of the day is not the United States Ryder Cup team's performance.
It's part of it, though, yeah.
In the early session. It's been bad. We're about to probably be down 4-0. But the tender moment of the day is presented by our friends at Bojangles. It can be bow time for you at Bojangles. Those great hand-breaded tenders can be perfect for your tailgate for high school tonight, college tomorrow, those college football watch parties right there at Bojangles. And they've got those great dipping sauces to go with it. Those hand-breaded chicken tenders at Bojangles, it is bow time.
All right. First part of our tender moments today is from the Ryder Cup Brownie practice round yesterday. Michael Camier on Instagram with a little funny moment with Rory McIlroy. Listen in.
You don't need a button to choke, Rory. Thank you.
I love that Rory and Shane Lowry had such a good sense of humor about it. Both of them turned to the guy and laughed and said, how's that really
and
going?
they should, though, right?
Oh, yeah. Why would you not? Especially now.
Yeah, it's a practice round.
Yeah.
Of course, right now, Brownie just told you Europe's up 3-0 on the USA as they play the alternate shot foursome. Is that what it's called?
Foursomes.
Yeah, foursomes going on right now. More of our tender moments. At one point, Alabama's leading scorer, and it hasn't slowed down, Shaun Alexander announced yesterday he and his wife Valerie expecting a new baby.
How did this slip past us, by the way?
I did not know they were at this number.
Nor did I.
I actually texted Forrester, and I was like, hey, dude, I know this is one of those sites, and I'm probably being faked out here, but – and he's like, nope, it's real. 14, baby number 14 in the belly, according to Shaun Alexander. His words, not mine. Shaun Alexander's 14th child on the way, he and his lovely wife, Valerie.
Do you have all the names? They're all biblical.
Oh, are they really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, running out of names. If
Bible's got 66 books.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
How many names are in there?
But all biblical. And I had no idea. I always thought Shaun was a little on the lazy side, but apparently not.
Hey, how about the ratio too? It's mostly girls. There are 3 boys.
Wow.
Yeah, I hope he's saved. I know he made a lot of money throughout his NFL career, but man, that's gonna be an expensive journey.
All right, here you go. You got Heaven, biblical; Trinity, biblical; Eden, Joseph, Justice, Justus. I mean, there's just Temple, obviously got a biblical connotation. Honor, Jedediah, Eternity, Hosanna, Hope, and Judea. Unfortunately, they had a daughter pass shortly after she was born. Torah was her name. So, holy crap, that's a lot of kids.
Good for them. Good dude, man. Always was, even back when I would interview him back in his playing days.
Were you at that game in Baton Rouge?
I was.
That was my best night I've ever had at blackjack.
Really?
Yeah. On one of those river boats.
Yeah.
Where, hey, we're going to skirt the system. We're going to put you 5 feet from shore on Lake Pontchartrain.
No, I've seen it.
Yeah, and you can come gamble as much as you want.
That's where the infamous rickshaw ride.
Yeah.
That's the hotel we were staying in. Yeah.
Tender moment. We don't talk a lot of baseball here on the show. We definitely rarely mention minor league baseball, but hats off to our friend Nelly and everybody with the Birmingham Barons. They won the Southern League Championship back-to-back years. They finished it off last night, beating the Montgomery Biscuits, and had a little champagne jam in the locker room there. Barons back-to-back champions. Congratulations to everybody with that organization. And that means, Forster, your White Sox will be good. Never. They'll trade them all away. Right?
Hey, listen, we're on the come up. On the come up,
okay. And then finally, tender moment of the day. Did you get the sport I sent you that I think?
Yes.
Okay.
I do have that.
This sport looks like it would wear you out. It's not a real sport, I don't think yet. But why is this not part of the Winter Olympics? Check it out. Ice tennis or ice pickleball. I don't know which one you would call this, but watch this. Watch these guys. You're on ice skates on an ice rink.
How?
Playing the game of tennis, and I'm sure all rallies aren't like this.
Those guys are pretty skilled on the skates, by the way.
I was going to say, here's the problem. Like, how many people are skilled with skates that are also skilled with the racket?
Yeah, I know. It's a pretty small subset we're talking about.
That looks like a fascinating sport that you would see when I was a kid on Wide World of Sports with Jim McKay. That'd be like, today, barrel jumping and ice tennis
I know.
from the Soviet Union behind the wall. But that's pretty crazy. Thanks to Benched Show for that on Instagram there. And that's our Tender Moments of the Day. When we come back, we will knock out our early headlines, some predictions through the use of headlines, and our 4 downs coming up. The show being brought to you by our friends at A+ Brownie.
That is the group that redid the master bath in the Brown house. Our guy Brad Bell, when it came time to redo our master bathroom, my wife Jennifer scoured the internet looking for the right person for the job. She picked Brad Bell. I am certainly glad she did, because his crews did tremendous work for us. Number one, they were on time every day, and that's saying something. If you've used contractors often, being on time is great. They were courteous. They were clean. They worked hard at the end of every day. The foreman of the crew would bring us in and say, okay, here's what we accomplished today. Does it meet your expectations? It did every single day, and he did tremendous work, and he's done work for so many of you. And we appreciate you guys using Brad. What he specializes in is master bath, kitchen, and master bedroom closets. It's not all he does, but it is his specialty. Why is that important, you ask? Number one, you use those rooms a lot when you have your house. And number two, when you go to sell your house, you'll make your money back on some of those rooms. So use Brad and let him do his expert work there for you. 205-422-1758 is his number, 205-422-1758. Or if you want to see more before and afters or get more info on Brad, AlabamaBathRemodels.com. That is AlabamaBathRemodels.com.
Take the next round anywhere you go with official Next Round gear. Buy yours today at nextround.store.
Yo, kinfolk, what's good, man? Let me holler at you for a minute. You know how life can be life. You're out there chasing that dollar. Every dollar is accounted for going somewhere. Then all of a sudden, bam! Out of nowhere, a car accident. All I had to do was hit up my people at Alexander Shannara Trial Attorney. You already know when that dude Alex pulls up the trial, he shuts down the litigation situation. Yo, go to Shannara.com. Hit him up at 659-777-7777.
Call me, Alabama.
No representation that legal services provided are better than any other provider.
This is what being a NASCAR fan is all about. Singular history and tradition.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out.
And triple header playoffs action to ratchet up the stakes. Throw in a can't miss concert, and you've got more than a race. You've got Talladega. NASCAR playoffs weekend at Talladega, October 17th through the 19th. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com. Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of NASCAR.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
Never miss anything from the next round when you listen on demand through the podcast platform of your choice. Apple, Spotify, iHeart, or Google Podcasts. Wherever you listen, always like, follow, subscribe, and turn on automatic downloads so you catch every part of the next round. Listen anywhere in the world at any time on the Next Round podcast feed, and support the show by following, subscribing, and turning on automatic downloads on any podcast platform. Thanks for always making the next round a big part of your day.
What are you waiting for? It's non-stop gaming action at Birmingham Racecourse Casino. Come play more than 900 of the latest and greatest games around, featuring fun bonuses and big jackpots. You can wager and win on horse and greyhound races from all over the world. There are more ways to win at Birmingham Racecourse Casino. Birmingham Racecourse Casino, located off I-459, exit 31, Derby Parkway. Must be 21 or older.
Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemphill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemphill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemphill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemphill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, you're in the red zone for every college rivalry and divisional matchup all season long. I mean, where else are the scenic views as good as your view of the game? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between 2 warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Back with you on the next round. I'm about to tell you about Storm Restoration Roofing. We're going to get to the spotlight, get to 4 downs. But first, Kalen DeBoer, Alabama's coach, on the importance of finally getting Jam Miller out on the field against Georgia and what he brings to even the passing game.
I mean, he's voted team captain for a reason, and so the energy he's brought, the last even 2 to 3 weeks, just, his juice, and he's that way naturally. He loves this place. I think, his perspective of being on the sideline has brought another level of energy to him that our defense and our whole team can really has responded to. And then on top of it, he's a big anchor, big body in there that can kind of hold down the line of scrimmage, get a push in the pocket on pass plays, and so. It's good to have him back, and he's had a couple good days here and continue to build here through the week of practice is what we're expecting.
I was talking to a high school buddy of mine, big Alabama fan, season ticket holder, yesterday afternoon on the phone, and this game came up obviously, and he is like a lot of Alabama fans. They hope that Jam Miller is that spark that gets the running game where I think people thought it would be. Now He understands this too, obviously. What Aaron talked about earlier is offensive line is a huge issue in that. I mean, Jam Miller can't just come back. Derrick Henry can't run behind a bad line.
Yep.
So, I mean, you got to have offensive line too, but I think a lot of Bama fans are hoping this will be the spark.
But as I was saying on the Georgia podcast that I was on earlier this week, this isn't a Kalen DeBoer problem. Alabama's traditional run game hasn't been the same since Najee Harris, LT said.
In 2020?
In 2020,
yeah.
But
what did they do last in 2020?
Oh, they won
the
a
championship. Yeah. I mean, take away the quarterback runs from Milroe. They haven't traditionally been able to run the football. Before we do the spotlight, our friends at Storm Restoration Roofing, Greg from Pell City. Listen, I know I talk a long time about Greg from Pell City on this show for many, many years, but it's because I love the work this guy does for families. If you're like I was when I was just starting out, or even today, and all of a sudden you've got a thing that happens in your life you're not really financially prepared for, like storm damage, roof replacement. If your roof ages out, you just don't always plan for that kind of stuff. Greg's here to help you out. First, a roof inspection, absolutely free, no obligation. 205-542-3531. Greg from Pell City on Facebook. He's A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. He's got kids on his staff there. He and his wife own the company. It's been locally owned for over 20 years. It just means something to him to be deep rooted in this community and to be able to help out families, especially young families starting out. Get that roof inspected. He does full roof replacements, roofing repairs, storm damage repairs, and he does it with a great price. And if you need somebody to work with your insurance companies, he's so good at that because he knows a lot of them. And if your deductible gets a little out of whack, he's got financing options available for you too. It's all right there with our friends at Storm Restoration Roofing.
The College Football Spotlight.
Like the game's already been played. Monday's headlines today.
It's the Shannara Spotlight we do every single day, and it's brought to you by our guy, Alexander Shannara, trial attorneys, Birmingham born, Birmingham bred, and he has built a great firm right here in Birmingham. More than 24 years, they've grown to more than 150 lawyers, supported by more than 500 dedicated team members, and they've recovered more than $2 billion, maintaining Alexander's core values of integrity, mastery, passion, and success. When you find yourself in need of a lawyer, call the Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys. You pay nothing unless they win your case. Shannara.com. Shannara.com.
All right. So Monday's headlines today. I'll start us off since I am usually the least funny of the three.
Every week we do this.
Curb Your Enthusiasm is where I'm starting here. Tied 23, Georgia 27. Dogs pretty good. Pretty good there. I think that's the episode. Pretty good. Yeah. I think that's the therapist male thong at the beach episode when he tries to leave the therapist. He was pretty good.
He does it a lot.
Yeah.
Boy, I haven't seen Kirby with the old tongue out.
Yeah, was that leaving the field at Tennessee? Didn't he do it leaving the field at Tennessee, I thought?
I think this was a home game last year.
No, Forster said it was.
It was? Okay.
Yeah, he did that walking off at Tennessee.
Yeah, it was kind of an odd. I don't even know who he was doing it towards, but it was kind of an odd move.
And then for Texas A&M, I'm going to give them 2 cc's of speed there, inject that right into their veins. Craver and Concepcion fly past Auburn 37-20 in that game. And coming Sunday, Landry Kiffin scouting scandal.
Look out.
Because she's dating somebody from LSU, maybe some inside information.
I was gonna give a credit to some of our guys at Odie's on one of the
sidebars. It's a little
much. That Dad finds out that LSU loves to come from behind, but stayed away from it.
So it's not in your headlines coming up?
No. I went ahead and mentioned it, though. So you got Bama losing by 4 and Auburn losing by 17.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
I thought you thought this Auburn team was really good.
Rough day
I do, but it's a tough game.
Tough game. Headline help. It's a helpful headline if they lose, man.
You can't get to 8-4 by winning this game.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's next?
Well, it can be whoever you want.
Well, it's not my choice. One of you guys jump on the wave here.
Pretend
we're live.
Surprises.
Pretend we're live.
Surprises. It is Lance.
Hey, this is the Herald Times coming out of Bloomington, Indiana. Curb stomped in Kinnick. Hawkeyes embarrassed his kids return the favor and wave to Kirk and company as they limp off the field.
Oh, no.
Also,
all you guys come over here. They need it more than we need it.
Also, Big Ten on high alert with Cuban missile annihilating the competition.
Is Mendoza Cuban?
Yeah, he's Cuban.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was Dominican.
Is that a good nickname for him?
I do like
it is.
that.
A Cuban missile.
I just came up with it overnight. And then the September I turned petty.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Missouri destroys the Minutemen by 80.
That is fantastic. Who helped you with that one? That was
Maddie.
Maddie. That was Maddie.
That was me, man.
You know Maddie built this.
Yeah.
She built it this morning, but I came up with it about 6 this morning.
The September,
all those on fly.
God, I'm the one that should have come up with September I turned petty. That's really good.
Yeah. And
is he the perfect guy to do it too?
100%. Yeah. Him or Dan Lanning?
Yeah. Well, Lanning ain't going to win this week, so I had to use Eli Drinkwitz.
You had to use Drink.
Minus the 44.5, which they will cover.
Yeah.
You think they will?
I really do.
UMass is really bad. Is that who they're playing?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Brownie is next. By default.
We're going to go to the Stillwater News Press. A new candidate, unknown coach Spike Grundy, is on the sideline Saturday, and he says he wants the Oklahoma State head coaching job.
I'm sure he does.
They ought to consider Spike Grundy. Look at him. He's got the cowboy hat. He's got a nice mustache there. Spike Grundy. On page 2, Ole Miss's head coach asked LSU linebacker if he has a hot sister and wants to double date. That's an interesting development there.
Yeah.
Page 3, Levy and Heupel asked the refs to have a wing-eating contest instead of overtime to break the tie. Just set them up in midfield, let them boys eat wings, see who wins.
Man,
I shot at some waistlines?
Oh, I don't know.
I think Heupel would destroy him.
You take Heupel over Levy?
But Levy's come on strong. I bet Levy went from ordering probably 6 or 8. He's probably a full 12.
Yeah, let's go ahead and double down on that.
Oh, I bet it's more than 12.
Man,
that's the appetizer.
How many wings can you guys eat?
I could probably eat 24.
God,
I mean, do I have to finish them like Wimp?
Wings.
Do I have to eat the?
Yeah, I mean, you got to peel them pretty good.
I mean, Wimp leaves a clean bone.
I don't have to eat the tendon and the joint, though, do
I? No. You don't have to clean them that well, but man, 24 is a lot of wings.
Wimp eats the ligaments.
Everything. I mean, it is a clean bone.
Yep.
Bone goes in the mouth, comes out clean as a whistle.
Like you dipped it in acid.
Yep. It is crazy. I've
My
seen
dad
it.
did
I've
the
seen
same
it.
thing.
I've seen it with my own 2 eyes and couldn't believe it.
You think old Spike Grundy has a head of cattle?
I bet Spike Grundy is. I bet he'll cuss you out.
Got a cattle prod in his truck with a axe handle.
So there you go, Alabama and Auburn fans. I picked you both to lose. Let's see what happens this weekend on the road in the SEC. That's our headlines, way too early headlines, brought to you by our friends Alexander Shannara. The show also being brought to you by the great Dr. B.
Dr. Beckenstein, I actually had a little conversation with him this morning. We got some news we're going to give you guys for Breast Awareness Month coming up in October. But look, if you're starting to thin out right now, it doesn't matter if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, whenever it happens, you want to be preemptive, you want to maintain, you want to grow some of that hair back. Speaking from experience, I do that non-invasive treatment 3 times a week, 30 minutes each time on the couch. Did it it last night. My hair has more than doubled in thickness over these last 4 years. It's a non-invasive treatment. Right now, T3's got that new test. It's easy, painless, affordable, takes seconds to perform. It's going to show which medicines and compounds specifically work for your hair loss. Stop wasting money and critical time on products you're ordering online that aren't working. Go see Dr. Beckenstein and his great staff. Find out what will work. 205-319-0316. Tell them the next round sent you, or T3hair.net.
And before LT gives us the 4 downs, here's Josh Heupel talking about the challenge Tennessee faces on the road in Stark Vegas.
Well, I think their entire roster, they're deeper than they were a year ago. Their young guys that they had a year ago have continued to develop. They're playing extremely well. They obviously added some bodies through the portal as well, and I think collectively their personnel's much further developed than it was a year ago. Understanding of their systems is much better, and that's why they're playing the way that they are defensively. One of the top in our league in a lot of different categories offensively, playing extremely efficient, but also creating a bunch of big plays in the pass game, and their special teams have done a really nice job.
That's a fascinating game for me because of the speed Thompson and Evans has for Mississippi State and how injured Tennessee is in the defensive secondary. Can those two speedsters clocked at 23 miles per hour in games this year?
I mean, that's almost it's just slightly faster than Jordan Davis returning that kick against your Rams.
About 170 pounds lighter.
Heavier,
that's a fascinating game.
I'm 100% with you. Like Blake Shapen and Joey Aguilar, the sneaky, really good quarterback matchup we did not know we were going to get in the offseason. I mean, in the offseason, if I'd have said, hey, Blake Shapen, Joey Aguilar, that's a good quarterback matchup, he'd have said, okay, Brown, tap the brakes on that one. Hey, it's a good quarterback matchup.
Well, look, they've lost 10 straight SEC games if we go back to 2023, but the offense is much better, which we thought they would be with Shapen, but the defense has been really impressive. 16th in scoring defense, only giving up 11.7 points per game. And how about this? Jeff Levy, 5-0. His last 5 out against the number.
Somebody in the chat a moment ago said Aguilar is the best quarterback in the SEC. Obviously, that is subjective. I don't think so. It's subjective, but I can make an argument.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not one of those I would just immediately dismiss.
I just think I didn't realize how good these receivers were going to be. I don't want to take anything away from Aguilar. I think he's been really good. I think he's the second best quarterback Heupel has had outside of Hendon Hooker. But I think there are 6, 7, 8 quarterbacks in the SEC. You put in that Heupel system with those receivers, I think they're going to play well.
And boy, how much money has Brazel made so far?
A lot.
Yeah. 6 touchdowns so far this season. Let's do our 4 downs. Right now at the Ryder Cup, still 3-0 Europe as they roll on.
We're going to win this last match, though, so it's going to be 3-1.
But you're lucky to a lot of those were pushes, basically. What are they called?
What do you mean?
Were there not a bunch that ended up being no contest? Like no points? Like were there only 4 matches?
Yeah, there's only 4 matches.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought there were a bunch of matches.
This is the morning way. There's 4 this morning, then 4 this afternoon.
Okay, so we're going to win the last one, so it's going to be 3-1. That's not horrible.
How do I leave at halftime if I ever go to this?
Well, you would leave right after this match ends.
Leave at lunch while they're eating a club sandwich in the clubhouse. Some lady with a dangling cigarette ash and grilling up the burgers. Let's do our 4 downs.
First down.
Better chance of a slight road upset this week. Arizona over Iowa State or Kentucky over South Carolina?
That's easy for me. I've already called it. Arizona over Iowa State. I think Fafita and company get it done, actually. I will be putting wonderful mybookie.ag coins on Arizona to win that game.
Jimmy D invested in this one. I mean, I feel like even in his bad year, Stoops is always going to have that one win somewhere. Was that Ole Miss last year?
Boy, this would be a terrible loss for Beamer.
Awful for Shane Beamer. There's no doubt about it. I think I'm going to go Kentucky, though. I think I'll take Kentucky just to randomly win a game that they're not supposed to.
I think I'm going to take Kentucky, too. I don't feel good about either one of these.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. I would tell you that South Carolina has only scored 89 points all season.
Offensively challenged.
We discussed it all offseason, and people thought we were just taking shots at Mike Shula, Jim, but it looks a lot like a Mike Shula offense.
And they're 76 in turnovers.
Yeah.
Second down.
Bigger win for respective program. Arkansas over Notre Dame or Mississippi State over Tennessee?
Who would have the bigger win or who will get the bigger win?
No, who would it be a bigger win for?
If both upsets happen, Mississippi State.
I agree because it's a conference game. Yeah, and they, yeah.
I mean, Notre Dame's a historic win, but Arkansas has had these wins under Sam Pittman. They beat Texas before they were in the league, and that was big to them.
Yeah, I would say, though, Sam Pittman, just for the simple fact that, like, a Notre Dame win could save your job.
Yeah.
Cool, but this is going to be a 1-3 Notre Dame team if you beat them. I mean, that's going to tell you, it's almost going to have an asterisk, and this won't be Notre Dame's last loss either if they lose this game.
I mean, Mississippi State was winless in the SEC last year. Am I not right about that?
State?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lance just told you what this
2023.
2023 is
That's a long time. Yeah. So it'd be huge for Mississippi State to get this win. And look how close they are to a bowl game at this point.
Look, if they got this win, I mean, look, I don't disagree. I think both would be massive, but if State rolled out at 5-0, I mean,
I know, with a conference win under the belt. Yeah,
I mean, could they jump from unranked to top 15?
I don't know about that, but it was Auburn and then Mississippi State. I think they were very close to being in the top 25 this past week.
Again, Jeff Lebby will be your SEC Coach of the Year, at least until this point, if they were to win this weekend.
Oh, I would agree.
Third down.
More total touchdowns this weekend. Former Alabama quarterback Jalen Hurts against your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or Ty Simpson on the road in Athens against Georgia?
Well, that's pretty even. I'm going to go Jalen Hurts against the Buccaneers. I see that game being 34-20. Philadelphia over Tampa. And I think Alabama scores about 27 points in 23-27 over in Athens.
I think I would go Ty Simpson here.
Yeah.
That Tampa Bay defense really good.
Yeah, I think I would go Simpson. Don't feel great about it in this question, but I think I'd go Simpson.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-2 Simpson over Hurts.
Yeah, I'll take Hurts over Simpson.
Fourth down.
I wonder if this is one of these questions that makes Forster's head explode, according to him yesterday.
We can only watch and see.
Serena Williams, 44 years old today. Ultimately, better career, Serena Williams or Hank Williams Jr.?
Oh, it's Serena Williams.
It's up there.
No, I mean,
no, it's Serena.
But if you I love Hank Williams Jr.
Well,
music.
I mean, he's had 5 decades, right?
Yeah.
Of a lot of hits. And look, Serena Williams is the best women's tennis player of all time. But where does women's tennis come in on the spectrum of?
Yeah, but see, you can't approach it that way. So here's the way I would approach it, Jim. She's the best to ever have done it in women's tennis. Hank Williams is not top 10 in country music.
But that would be like saying, is Wolfgang Puck, because he's one of the best chefs, would he have a better career than Hank Williams?
I mean, I can only judge it based on what they do, though. I mean, that's these whole 40
Let me
questions.
ask you this. So is Hank Williams Jr. not one of the most successful country music singers of all time?
Successful, but I mean, again, I don't think he's a top 10 country music artist of all time, though.
Chris in the chat says this is worse than my question yesterday.
Oh, wow.
I'd just like to point that out.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris.
Mark Hamill?
Yeah, it's not worse. As a guy who likes country music, it's not worse.
It's okay.
Yeah, look, and I don't even like country music. I'm assuming whoever's saying that, I think they would take Serena, right?
Yeah, they take Serena.
Yeah, but I'm assuming they don't like country music.
Old Habits, Dinosaur is a tremendous song. Whether you think Hank Jr. can sing or not, Dinosaur is a tremendous song. Whiskey on Ice, Man of Steel, Feeling Better. Weatherman is a tremendous song, and these aren't even his hits. OD'd in Denver. Gosh, Hank Jr. is close. I'd go Serena Williams, but it's nowhere close to the blowout as yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever that was.
Hamill, Corvette, Summer.
I mean, just country music artists that are 100% in front of him. 100% in front of him.
George Strait, Morgan Wallen.
George Strait. Oh, I'm not even, I won't even go Morgan Wallen.
Well, Morgan Wallen is.
Okay,
Yeah.
George Strait. You'll put Morgan Wallen on there.
Yeah.
George Jones.
George Jones, close, yes.
Waylon Jennings.
Let
no.
me change the question on the fly.
You don't think Waylon Jennings is in front of?
No.
Oh, I don't think so either. I think for the
No.
outlaw,
Merle
the
Haggard?
old school country guys.
I mean,
Willie Nelson, would you?
they're all very close, but no.
Oh, I would take Willie over
No, Willie over him, but not Waylon.
Let me ask you this. Let me let's go woman on woman here. Let's go Dolly Parton or Serena Williams.
Oh, Dolly Parton.
Yeah, it's still Serena Williams.
Serena doesn't have a theme park.
No, Dolly Parton has had a better career than Serena Williams.
Yeah, I think I would say
Dolly
yeah.
Prince money.
It does, yes.
That is our 4 downs today. The show being brought to you by a couple of great folks. Before LT tells us about Inverness, I want to tell you about walk-ons, where LT goes every night to apparently bump in accidentally the clients.
Hey, have y'all had the sirloin sliders?
There, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, my
Excellent.
So
Yeah, I get them without the onions.
I got them for the first time because Jack ordered them last week.
Yeah, they're
and
excellent.
So I followed up and I got them with the garlic mashed potatoes. Oh, my gosh.
Sirloin po' boy, too. It's good there.
It's
Those
really
ribeye sliders are my go-to.
Yeah.
Delicious.
The po' boy is too big. You
It's
get a half of that.
fantastic,
No,
Take the
their
other half
portions
home.
are massive. That's why I do think that the ribeye sliders are so good.
Yeah, that's where every day is game day at our friends at Walk-Ons, whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work with friends, or taking the family some from made-from-scratch favorites. Walk-Ons, your go-to for good times with wall-to-wall TVs, craft beer, and cocktails in bold flavors for fans of all ages. From melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online with the Walk-Ons app. Walk-On Sports Bistro, Trustful, Greystone, and Stadium Trace. It's game on with Walk-Ons.
You know, when we talk to you about Inverness Country Club, we don't mention their food and their clubhouse enough.
Fantastic. Great hot dog out there, by the way.
Really, really good food, good bar area, and just a great place. Like if you've got one of these memberships, social membership, take the wife, take friends up there, enjoy drinks, enjoy dinner, and childcare. Also a big plus when you're having drinks and dinner with friends and family. You can drop the kid right there on site. They'll watch them. Massive plus right there. What about if you work from home? What about working from the club while they watch your kid? Whatever your interests are, you can find it at Inverness Country Club. Find your sense of community there. They've got memberships that fit everyone, from the social to the golf. Take a tour of this club today. Call Aaron, 205-991-8608. Tell her the next round sent you. For more information, iccalabama.com.
Follow Scott Forrester on Twitter at ScottForresterTV.
Honey, a while back, life knocked me flat on my behind. I was hit by an 18-wheeler, and Lord of mercy, it left me hurting. Now, I heard through the grapevine that Alexander Shannara had recovered big money for some people. You been hurt? Can't work? Don't sit there suffering. Call my people at Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys. Ain't gonna cost you a dime, so pick up the phone and dial 659-777-7777 or go to Shannara.com, because when I called, Alexander Shannara answered.
Call me, Alabama.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
This is what being a NASCAR fan is all about. Singular history and tradition.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out.
And triple header playoffs action to ratchet up the stakes. Throw in a can't-miss concert, and you've got more than a race. You've got Talladega. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Talladega, October 17th through the 19th. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com. Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of NASCAR.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Catch up on all of today's Next Round on demand through the podcast platform of your choice. Apple, Spotify, iHeart, or Google Podcasts. Wherever you listen, always like, follow, subscribe, and turn on automatic downloads so you never miss any part of the Next Round. Get all your favorite Next Round gear all in one place. NextRound.store. From our Next Round hats to the logo tees to the all-time best-selling Y'all Can Have the Rest shirt. You can look your best by shopping with us at NextRound.store. Take the next round anywhere with NextRound.store.
Stop by the New York Butcher Shop and pick up the finest in certified Angus prime beef steaks and burgers, premium pork chops, ribs, and all-natural chicken cut to order just for you. Their chef-prepared entrees and side dishes are the perfect dinner-to-go choice for your family and are ready to heat at home. With a great selection of fine wines and desserts, the New York Butcher Shop is your one-stop dinner shop. 2 locations to serve you, Cahaba Heights and on Highway 119 in Greystone. The New York Butcher Shop. Rare quality, well-done service.
Remember the name Way to Wellness if you're battling weight loss in your life. I'm Jim Dunaway from the Next Round. There was a time I was over 216 pounds until Way to Wellness helped me lose 45 pounds, and now for over 2 years, they've helped me keep that weight off.
Here's their website, aplanforme.com, aplanforme.com. That's a great name for a website because there's no cookie-cutter plan. Everything is designed specifically for you. No contract, no sign-up fees, and your first consultation is free at Way to Wellness.
Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemphill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemphill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemphill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemphill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between two warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the next round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
We were about to get to the pick threes from these guys, but I guess Brown's going to go later today. Still drawing over there in his little grandfather pullover sweat. I mean, are you cold today, brother?
I got here today. Look, so I wore my USA T-shirt in honor of Team USA, who's down 3-1 in the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, so I'm the landmine.
And I got here, and it is probably the coldest day in our studio I've ever
not even
experienced.
Close.
Okay.
I think it's,
unless I'm going through menopause.
Well,
I think 64 is what I'm feeling in here. Is that about right?
It is
64? Yeah.
No, it's 66.
So I had to go to the merch closet and get one of our next round hoodies, nextround.store. Somebody's going to get a game worn hoodie. nextround.store.
Autograph it. Sell it for a discount.
You can buy these. It is a very good hoodie, very comfortable. A very nice hoodie, but yeah, nextround.store to get this. But I had to put it on. I was so cold.
It's very cold.
It's frigid in here.
I do like that hoodie.
Thank you.
I've got one at the house. The reason I don't wear it, though, is when I got that hoodie, I think I was at my maximum weight of 216. And it comes down about mid-thigh on me now. It looks like I'm dating somebody who plays on the next round offensive line.
Ooh. What? I don't know why I said that. When I go put this back in our merch closet, you want me to see if I can find you a smaller size? What size is yours? XL?
I'm sure it was.
Okay, I'll bring you a
maybe
large.
a double XL. I don't know. I mean, it is big. It dwarfs me.
Do you wear boyfriend jeans too?
Yeah, I'm telling you. I've got his game jersey on for the pep rally today. Remember how cool that was back in the day?
That was a good look, by the way.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's how you found out people were dating.
Yeah,
like she would show up in his jersey.
I was so lucky. Finally had a girlfriend during one football season. I wasn't on the football team, but she wanted to wear my baseball number one time. So I was like,
or she wore his letter jacket.
Yeah.
Did y'all have Letterman's jackets?
No. Yeah. I couldn't afford them, but we had them.
Man, I haven't seen a Letterman jacket.
I don't know if they do them anymore. I was a 5-year Letterman in golf.
I don't think they do.
They still did them when I was in school, but hardly no one wore them.
Yeah. Like I got the actual letter for being but I never had it sewn onto a jacket because we couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
We chose electricity.
So if those are basically irrelevant now, is it the same with the class ring? Do people still get
I did
class
not get a
rings?
class ring.
Only a couple people got a class ring. I mean, they're like $600 and $700.
I think my class ring's in Griffin, Georgia.
But I remember.
Oh no, she dated you and she took it with her.
I gave it to her, and I don't think I asked for it back.
But do you guys remember, like, was it Balfour? They would, like, come to your high school and they'd lay it out, all the colors and
Little
everything.
plastic things.
Yeah.
And then once you got it fitted, you'd go running around. This hour brought to you by Champy's, this great insight to what it used to be like to be
back in our day.
Back in the caveman days of high school. Champy's Chicken, Highway 119 in Alabaster. You can go by there and hand-cut chicken fingers, the Mississippi Delta recipe, tamales, and so much more. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for tailgating. Whether you're going to high school football or college or watching the games at home, it's our friends at Champy's Chicken. champyschicken.com. By the way, the President of the United States right now showing up at the Ryder Cup to watch a little golf, about to make his way into the seats there as he gets ready for the afternoon session.
Can he play an afternoon match for us?
Yeah, get him out there, especially if you got Secret Service to kick that ball back into play.
It's right in the middle of the fairway, sir.
we need a couple of bounces. The Americans are down 3-1. But the president is there, and he is settling into his seat there to watch the afternoon session there at Bethpage, and getting a standing ovation, and a lot of people waving at the president there. Good scene there to see him show up for this, and there's a lot of good stuff happening in our country over the next couple of years. World Cup's coming, and so much more. The Olympics eventually too. So good to see the president out and about today, and they're getting ready to start the afternoon session. Is that the national anthem they're singing, Brownie?
Probably so. I would guess so. Either that or God Bless America, one of the two. It's a weird time to do the national anthem right between sessions, but maybe they decided to do that when President.
If you're down 3-1, maybe
kickstart it.
Hey, we're down 3-1. Could somebody go sing "God Bless America" or
see if they'll play
the
better
national anthem?
Yeah, it appears they're doing the Star Spangled Banner. Yes.
Yeah, they got hands over hearts, so they're either doing that or Dixieland Delight. One of the two.
Do you take your hat off for God Bless America?
I do.
I keep it off the whole time, yeah.
Can I tell you?
No, we're not doing it right now. No, I'm talking about, I keep it off for God Bless America and obviously.
Okay, you keep it off, not on.
Yeah.
Me too.
When you say typical.
Yeah, I was like, Lance,
I don't know if you
non-Lance
guys
America.
Know, I just saw a flash of the dude with the overalls, and he had like an American flag tattooed on his ribs.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice John Snyder, the general manager for the Seahawks last night? I had never noticed the massive tattoo, like arm sleeve he's got. It looks so weird on a GM of the NFL.
It kind of does, yeah.
I've never seen that.
Well, there will come a day that we'll have a president.
I'm sure.
That will have visible tattoos.
If you're under 30, I would say 50% of America. Is that fair? 50%?
You know everything. Have we had a president with a tattoo yet?
I bet we have.
We probably have, with as many presidents as we've had, like that served during war.
That's right.
I would think that one of them had like an old school sailor tattoo,
or they were in a fraternity too. Like a lot of guys would get a fraternity tattoo. Like George W. Bush was in the Skull and Crossbones up there.
Yeah, Skull and Bones Society up at Yale.
I bet Bill Clinton navigated through some tats.
Where'd you get that one?
Hey, had a little bunny on you there, lady.
Time to before we get back to our pick three, the show being brought to you today by our friends at MyBookie. We use all these lines at mybookie.ag for our pick three. Now, the ones that are on our website came from earlier this week. Brooks usually puts those together on Wednesday, so maybe you get a little bit of an advantage at nextroundlive.com, but you can play the games for real right there at mybookie.ag.
Code next round at mybookie.ag. That is what you use when you sign up for a new account, and you're going to get that $500 bet back bonus. You make your first bet, and they cover it up to $500. You don't like my picks? What?
I hate when you jump on my bandwagon.
Oh, whatever. You lose, they put $500 back into your account. You can play again right away at mybookie.ag. Tomorrow's games, you're going to find Alabama's a 3-point dog on the road as they take on the Georgia Bulldogs. You're going to find the Auburn Tigers a 6.5-point dog on the road as they take on the Texas A&M Fighting Texas Aggies. Bad jokes, bad cheerleader uniforms. They don't have female cheerleaders. They got weird male cheerleaders. It's a cult, but they're still a 6.5-point favorite over the Auburn Tigers. That is all right there at mybookie.ag. Code next round. Mybookie.ag. Code next round, where you get that $500 bet back bonus. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with mybookie.ag.
Pick three, it's time for the pick three. 3 for you and 3 for me, that equals a pick three. Say goodbye to your family, it's time for the pick three. Only time that I'm happy is when it's time for pick three.
We do the pick three. Our friends at Buffalo Wild Wings, they do the pick six. $19.99. It is the ultimate meal for two. 2 entrees, 2 sides, 2 drinks. Pick between the boneless wings, any of those 26 sauces and seasonings, spicy sauce or grilled chicken, crispy dippers, the hand smashed double stacked all-American cheeseburgers with a side of fries, tots, potato wedges. Pick 6 meals for 2 at participating locations. Stop into one of those great locations throughout the state of Buffalo Wild Wings.
All right. Brownie is still coloring over there, so LT, you go first. I mean,
I painted you a Birmingham, Dunaway.
You have not.
Okay, I am going all three big games. I'm taking LSU plus 1.5. I am taking Penn State minus 3.5 and Alabama plus the 3.5.
Okay, tell me a little bit. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of LSU since I picked them on Whacked Out Wednesday.
No, I think the difference here is going to be Blake Baker's defense. Trinidad Chambliss has been really good. Focus here is going to be stopping Lacey, making Chambliss beat you. I've got another prediction sidebar that both quarterbacks are going to play. I think there's going to be a little confusion, but I think LSU's defense wins this, and I think Nussmeier actually plays well against this Ole Miss defense.
For sure, I think you're probably the most unbiased person in the back room back there compared to Brooks and Tyler, of course.
What are you basing this on?
Well, I'm just saying Tyler. I mean,
Tyler
if you told Tyler the sky was orange, he would say yes, Lance. But for sure, sometimes we'll stand up to Lance and Ryan here. Did it not seem like on Monday both of these guys were pro Ole Miss? Like they were going. Ole Miss was this and Ole Miss was that, and LSU was trash, and now there's LSU.
I don't know. I'm against all of you on this.
Yeah, don't.
You got Ole Miss?
I didn't take it in my pick 3, but I like Ole Miss.
And trust me, I don't like being on the same side as you.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I know.
Like I really haven't said anything. I was very balanced on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Because you're calling the game?
Started really getting a lean on LSU. Feel really good about them. Penn State, I know it's a big game. That doesn't bode well for James Franklin, but I think Jim Knowles' defense. Again, I'm going LSU wins on defense. Penn State wins on defense. Alabama gets it done with offense. Ty Simpson playing well again. Kalen DeBoer, big games. He wins them all, and Alabama always beats Georgia.
We're on the same side of two of those three. I don't agree on the Alabama one. I do on the LSU and the Penn State one. Brownie?
I'm done.
I mean, show us another LSU, man.
I got some LSU.
Don't save the graphic, man. Put another LSU up there.
No, man. This is my theme this week is all purple. We got Mississippi State. Maroon as if red and purple had a baby. That's maroon. Mississippi State 7.5. They're plus 7.5. I think this is going to be a high-scoring track meet game. I think State keeps it right inside that 7.5. So Hell State, they're going to lose, but they're going to keep it in the 7.5. LSU, they're going to win this game going away in Oxford, and they are catching 1.5 here. And then Kansas State, they are playing UCF this weekend, and they're getting ready to explode. Kansas State is. I mean, they are so close to being undefeated.
Did you jump on this game because Lance explained it to you early on?
I needed a third game, and Lance told me on Kansas State.
Well,
at least you learn fast.
Well, the thing that bothers me about this is you have talked about Avery Johnson as absolute garbage.
Sunshine.
And if they're going to win this game going away, he's going to have to play well, and I think he will play.
No,
well.
this absolutely was Brown. I don't have three yet.
I needed a third
I need
game.
a third one, and Lance laid it out. The chat room wanted an answer on Kansas State UCF, and you laid it out so much that I'm like,
well, that's interesting.
That is good.
Yeah,
Kansas State.
That's interesting. I was looking at Oklahoma State.
I'm
honestly.
glad I could help.
By the way,
I
I share a 14 parlay with somebody every Saturday.
Right.
I'll text him and I'm like, I'm going to put Kansas State in there because of the way you sold it earlier. I'm like, that seems too easy.
Oh, well, we're all over Kansas State now.
Yeah. Kansas State, LSU.
Yeah. Had not even thought about that.
11 o'clock game, though.
I got to come up with two more. That's some of our pick three. Let's talk more about LT liking Penn State and just a little white-out energy. Here's James Franklin getting ready to host the Oregon Ducks. No love lost between these two coaches.
They've been hearing it all off season. They've been hearing it when they walk around campus. When they're getting the request for tickets, I get these text messages. Hey, how we doing? I haven't talked to you in I don't know how long, and you're talking about all these other topics, and I'm just like, all right, come on, get to the point. The answer is no. You've waited to the last minute to request tickets. What are we talking about? So I don't think it's anything that I need to address with them. It is a special deal, and we're fortunate and honored to coach in it and to play in it. But I don't think it's something that needs to be addressed. I'll take my 8 seconds when we walk out of the tunnel and kind of take it all in and feel the energy. And then once you kind of run out in the field, you're kind of locked in and focused on the opponent and the challenge. But I don't think it's something that needs to really be addressed.
I can't believe people go straight to the head coach for
No,
tickets.
I know. I've never even heard of that.
That's crazy.
Is there a chance they've been able to just, since camp opened up, to be practicing for this game, game planning this game?
Yeah, with the schedule they've played.
And I think it is a little strange that Aller, when he has played, has struggled. He's 111th in QBR. But again, I think Jim Knowles, this is a Jim Knowles special. When you're going against a quarterback making his, not first road start because he had one against Northwestern, but the first real road start in prime time in front of a wideout, I think it is going to be a lot for Dante Moore. I think Dante Moore is going to ultimately be fantastic, even in spots this year. But I think too big of a hill to climb, and you saw what Penn State was able to do on the ground against Dan Lanning's defense last year. I think more of the same. Katron Allen, another massive night, and I think Singleton will play well. But I like Penn State minus the 3.5. Love to be able to get this. One of those things that you can buy at MyBookie a full point, and I even lay the minus 140. I would buy this down to 2.5 just to not get burnt on that. Very significant if you can get it under that 3.
So you feel that good about Penn State?
I feel really good about Penn State.
Minus 3.5. Money line is minus 180.
Meanwhile, back on Whacked Out Wednesday, I told you at mybookie.ag, I would take that LSU number that you guys are playing, and I would get more value by cranking that up to 3.5, 6.5, 7.5. I think it's going to be that kind of game.
Let me check some alternative lines for you.
I mean, but that number has consistently dropped a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah.
LSU. I mean, it's all the way down to 1.5. Wouldn't surprise me. It's headed in that
America's
direction.
on Ole Miss in this game.
Why do you think that's so?
Because one team has scored points and one team has not scored points. And America loves people that score points.
I think you're probably right about
that.
I think that's a
here
good
is they've only got alt lines for tonight. Who do you like tonight? You like Florida State?
I like Florida State, yep.
You get Florida State minus 14.5 plus 215 coming back to you.
My gosh.
Plus 215.
Yeah.
That's 4. You like them at minus 6.5.
Yeah. I like them at 14. I don't know about 14.5.
Yeah, half point.
You like TCU to win the game?
I do like TCU to win
Get a minus 3.5 plus 210.
Yeah, I probably am already on that one. My password is Dabo wins it again in 2018! Exclamation point.
Why is that a lone password?
It is. It's hard to
meets all the criteria.
Yeah, I'm kidding. All right, more on Bama and Auburn after we tell you about our friends at Central State Bank.
They are big enough to know you, big enough to meet all your needs, yet small enough to know you still at Central State Bank. It is one of the great community banks around here. And one thing they know, if you got a college kid, college life moves fast. So your banking should too. Whether it is your first paycheck, a textbook hustle, weekend road trip, Central State Bank is here to back you up. Easy to use accounts, mobile banking, and hometown service. Central State Bank simply makes adulting easier. They are family-owned, community-focused, and always in your corner. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, is today the 26th?
It is all day.
I just saw from our friends at the Innisfree Irish Pub, they're having a happy dad party tonight.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
I'm happy that is.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're all happy dads. Should
I'm
we
happy
go to the
dad.
Innisfree Irish Pub tonight?
I guess need to be at Innisfree.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday was National Daughters Day.
So maybe that's why today's Happy Dad's Day?
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
Why don't you tell us about Hemp Hill, LT?
Yeah, sorry. I got confused there. Hemp Hill Services. It is absolutely free. I've never heard of Happy Dad Night. Absolutely freezing in here, so we have no cooling issue problems. But if you have them at the house, any plumbing issues, our buddy Tyler had both just a couple of weeks ago. Make the phone call that we've all made, 205-229-2090. Hard to stop a train. Make sure you ask for Adam, Chad, Andrew, the guys there. Tell them the next round sent you. Trust the name. Birmingham has trusted since 1954 for any and all of those issues. For more information, hemphillservices.com.
Virginia Tech is in crisis a little bit. If you are choosing to redshirt after Brent Pry, they are terminating your rev share deals to athletes who are redshirting and transferring out. That doesn't surprise me. If you're redshirting and then leaving, but if I'm just now taking a red shirt and I'm not announcing I'm leaving, should I go ahead and have my NIL deal shut down? My rev share deal shut down?
How does that work? Because I know based on performance.
And I don't know if this law is true everywhere, but Alabama state law, for instance, had we done, well, I'll give you a great example. We did our very first NIL deal was with Bo Nix. And Bo lost his starting job at one point. We could not legally say, hey, we're done with this because you can't make it performance-based in Alabama. Now, I don't know if that's true of all 50 states. I just know Alabama law because it's where we do all our contracts.
Yeah. Some people who cover Virginia Tech says that Tech is saying that if you're choosing to redshirt now, since Brent Pry left, you've got 30 days to hit the portal, redshirt, opt out. That is a misrepresentation under the NCAA bylaws justifying immediate termination of scholarships and rev sharing payments under the House Settlement Act. So,
well, look,
they've got 3 players who have, since Brent Pry announced he was fired, they've got 3 players who have shut it down and are hitting the portal.
They have been a mess, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They've got 2 NFL receivers, but the problem is Jerome's hasn't been good enough to get them the football. But they're 111th in scoring defense. NC State 109th in scoring defense. So I would assume we might be in for a track meet on Saturday between those 2.
Yeah. By the way, if you're wondering if the landmine still is alive, my upset alert this week is Virginia Tech plus. I think it was 10.5 when I played that game
at NC State.
Yeah.
And now we got players that are like, you may not get paid if you don't play this game.
Not good for my upset pick.
Probably is not.
Let's get back to Auburn's trip to Texas A&M. Here's their quarterback, Jackson Arnold, who gets asked how much it would help him if they could actually get the traditional run game going to help him with the passing and the running of himself. Here's J.A.
Obvious question, but like how much more would it help you, as a passer if you guys are able to kind of maybe get the ground game going a little bit more in this game against A&M?
Yeah, it does help. It opens up a lot of things, but vice versa. If we're throwing the ball and chucking it down the field and getting completions, and they might start backing those safeties up and be able to run the ball.
Yeah, what do you guys think about their ability to run on this Mike Elko defense?
Well, I don't think the Mike Elko defense has been very good. I think it's more of A&M and Colin Klein's offense against this DJ Durkin defense. The Auburn scoring defense, 32nd nationally, 16.5 points per game. But this A&M offense has popped over 42 points per game. Mario Craver's been a big part of that. Leads the SEC with 443 rushing yards. Home team has won the last 4 in this series. I like Auburn here. I really do. Like Jackson Arnold, obviously running for his life last week, holding the football a little too long. He's been sacked 15 times, 4th most in the FBS. But on the other side, Auburn's been great at getting after the quarterback. 12 sacks, 52 pressures, 3rd most right now in the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, so they had given up 203 rush yards to UTSA, Texas A&M had, but in 39 carries, Notre Dame could only get 136 against them.
That was impressive.
That is very impressive, especially with as good a running back Jeremiah Love as Notre Dame has.
Yeah,
and Jadarian Price.
So you wonder if you're Auburn, is that more a function that Notre Dame's not as good up front as they were last year, or is that more a function of Texas A&M getting their run defense figured out? I don't know. It's the last game we played, so we don't know until we see it tomorrow. But Jeremiah Love is about as good as they come as far as running backs go. And that was an impressive night. Just 3.49, 3.5 yards per carry is what Notre Dame averaged against them.
Yeah, so interesting game there. Alabama over at Georgia as well. Here's Deontay Lawson on the edge that Alabama's been playing with since they got physically pushed around down in Tallahassee.
Truly, I thought we were starving in the summer and during camp, and then we got that first punch week 1, and you can tell just the sense of urgency guys have, if that's either getting here in the morning or going to meetings or things like that. Like it's just the little details that we talked about after the loss against Florida State. The little details is going to take us a long way, and I think that's the final stage of the starving phase. Like you can want it on the field, you can want it so bad, but are you doing the things that can make us successful? And I feel like we see that now. We see we're not untouchable, and it just make the guys want to practice hard, and that's going to lead to us playing hard on Saturday.
Can you do me a favor while
Sure.
I ask Lance about the Kirby Smart jinx against Alabama, and if he thinks that impacts this game at all in Kirby's head? But will you look at Alabama's total points scored in each of their last road games back to the LSU game last year, counting road games like at Oklahoma, the bowl game,
So
Florida State.
stop at LSU.
Yeah,
Okay.
LSU was good offensively from that point forward. Find
Okay.
out give me just the
Yep,
point
yep,
totals
I
for
got you.
Alabama
I
away
got
from
you.
Brian
Yeah,
Denny. Kirby Smart, 9 of 10 Alabama has won against Georgia. Some of those on Kirby Smart's watch. How does that impact a coach, you think?
I think there's something there mentally. It probably ultimately doesn't matter because Georgia still accomplished a ton. But if it wasn't for the Alabama roadblock, does he have 4? He's at least got 3.
national championships.
3 national championships. I mean, 107-13 against the rest of college football, only 1-6 against Alabama. They've just really struggled. And, there's just something about these streaks. I go back to last night's game. I made the mistake of playing the Cardinals. I thought the Cardinals would come out and play well. They came back, tied the game up. They lost. That's the 8th consecutive time they've lost to Seattle. There's just some humps teams just can't get over. And I think they're equally matched, but just got a feeling Alabama wins this game.
Tennessee has that with Georgia right now. We saw that earlier this year. Tennessee hadn't beat Georgia in forever.
And Georgia's got Texas's number.
Right.
So,
and Florida's number for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, really, everybody's number but Alabama.
3-13-17 to answer your question. 3 Oklahoma, 13 bowl games, 17 Florida State. Was that what you wanted? Alabama's points scored on offense in the 3 games away from Bryant-Denny since the LSU game. And that has certainly been a struggle. And we touched on this yesterday. If you want to just start talking historic statistics in this series, they can confuse you a little bit or in this game. Kalen DeBoer has been very good in these situations historically. Kalen DeBoer at Alabama has not been very good away from Bryant-Denny for the most part. The LSU game is kind of the outlier in that. I guess LSU and Wisconsin are the 2 outliers in that. So I don't know which one of those you get. Do you get the Kalen DeBoer? You think, I see it right over there, what you've got, Alabama plus 3.5. You think you get the Kalen DeBoer that shows up against top 10 teams?
I feel really good that Alabama's going to win this game. I really do. Now, I wonder how Alabama fans feel about this.
I don't think
all over the board.
I don't think you trust this team yet.
Yeah, but I don't think you trust Georgia yet. I know it was a big win against Tennessee.
Yeah. I
don't big 4th down conversion, missed kick.
I don't think you can trust this team.
And I don't know how good Tennessee is, honestly.
The DNA. I don't think you trust the DNA of this team until they win a game like this year. Because Florida State, they didn't. They didn't in a meaningless bowl game, I know.
Here's what I trust, though.
They didn't at Oklahoma when they had everything on the line. They didn't at Vanderbilt coming off of a huge win for Kalen DeBoer to put them at number 1. And then they went up to Vanderbilt, who is better than people expected, but nowhere close to what Alabama's talent has. And, until they seem to play to their competition, so that would help you.
That's what I was going to bring up. I trust Kalen DeBoer in big games, 6-1 in these type of games, and it is baffling that he can't win. They do seem to play up and down, but, some of these road losses are head-scratching. Even Florida State, even if they're elite, Alabama should never get beaten like they got beaten.
So, let's go back to how did you feel about this game last year? Do you remember?
I had Alabama.
You had Alabama.
Yeah. I think I had Georgia.
I'm going to guess so.
Well, I mean, we had not seen anything yet from Alabama that would make you they're going to do that to them.
Just on this Alabama-Georgia matchup. And I've been back and forth because I had Georgia when we were in Indianapolis when they won a national championship.
That's what I was getting to.
But the SEC championship game that Alabama was given no chance when B-Rob was banged up.
Brian Robinson was banged up. Bryce Young. Alabama had miraculously in overtime beaten Auburn.
I did the bet with Barkley, $1,000 on the air. I absolutely loved Alabama. I don't like them as much as I liked them in that spot, but very close.
You were one of the few people. Lance was one of the few people saying Alabama is going to win this game.
And I was like, they just got sacked 9 times by an Auburn defense.
Record,
what is Georgia going to do to them?
Through 4 weeks, I'm only a game over 500 in college football. It's been a difficult year so far. But, coming off last week, a 7-4 on Saturday, I think we're figuring this out a little bit. This is my favorite. I was getting to a point. This is my favorite game tomorrow right now is Alabama. It really is.
I mean, that's...
And for whatever that, and
look,
look,
here we go.
They might get skull drug and lose by 28, but I feel really good that Alabama's going to win this game.
I think I know your answer to this, but Dunaway, there are 2 mile markers in our relationship as a show that I always go back to with Lance. These are the 2: Florida State, NC State.
Yep. Catching 14, won the game outright.
Catching 14, and all week long, Lance was like, not only are they covering, they are winning this game outright. And I was like, Lance, this is insane. And then there was a Utah-USC game where Utah was undefeated and highly ranked.
USC was -3 in the Coliseum and
Lance was
walked
like,
them off the
this
field.
will be a blowout. This does not reach those levels.
No.
Okay. I always go back to those two. When Lance is very confident about a game, I had never seen him at the time more confident than he was about that NC State Florida State game.
I asked you guys, and I was wrong to even ask this question yesterday. More important for Kirby or more important for Georgia or Alabama? How about this, though? More important for Brian Kelly or Kalen DeBoer? Talking about games tomorrow.
Oh, it's Kalen DeBoer.
I mean, Brian Kelly's got a loss. He can absorb a loss. And Alabama technically can, but boy, if you're 2-2 exiting September, that is a tall hill to climb in the SEC.
Yeah.
So I'd probably say it's more important for DeBoer.
But LSU, man, if they lose, you look at their schedule there.
Oh, it's tough. But you could even absorb one more loss if you're them.
It's funny, your two defining moments with Lance are different than mine. Mine was the christening of a ship at the VIP area. And the
no, he was talking about picks.
I was talking about picks.
Okay.
That's only in the picks category. No. There are far more defining moments.
Yeah.
Yes.
And my favorite night of all time is when we had to. You and I did an over/under bet on which floor he was staying on. That was my favorite.
Hey,
night.
That was the same night.
We found it. It was the same night.
That was the same night.
Yeah, because I had a big bet that I wasn't going to make it to the show the next day.
Yeah.
Guess who made it?
No,
you were there.
No. I told Jim it's a 2-man show tomorrow, and our boys showed up.
For some reason, I feel like the hotel we were at was 36 floors because I felt like our over-under was 18.5. And we were like, so what floor do you think is? Under or over? I'll take whichever one you want. And I think it was over. I think it was 22.
The elevator doors open?
Yeah. That probably was my favorite night.
That was a fun night.
Yeah.
Remember it well.
It's also the largest bill and tip I've ever given. It wasn't my money.
It wasn't your money. When a top 50 NBA player of all time says, Dunaway, close up my tab for me, you just go ahead and tip whatever you want, right?
Yep. That was a big night.
Yep.
I wonder, man, we need to start getting him on Fridays sometimes because I would love to see. I bet he's got Ole Miss. I bet he's got Oregon, and I bet he's got Georgia.
I know who he had one game earlier this year. He texted me a picture of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
remember
he likes to wager.
Because you guys were on your way quickly out of that bar, and I had to, when I signed it and did the math and figured out what I was tipping, I remember I signed it like this. It was just a line.
I think you're quickly on your way out when you get thrown out, right?
Well, I mean,
the lights are up.
Your feet were not on the ground.
Yeah.
Did you? So you weren't even going to try to sign Charles's name. You just did a straight line.
Straight line.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love Charles. Charles Dunaway, just close my tab out for me. Charles had no clue what
I
it
am
was.
not staying here
Yeah.
the rest of the night. But he looked around to Lance, you, and Clay, and somehow chose me. I don't know. I don't know why.
Chose you to close his tab out.
Yeah. I would have chosen you. That is our pick 3 from us. We will get to the guys on the back row at the end of the show. Trash is coming up. A couple of more football thoughts in our next segment. The show being brought to you by our friends at New York Butcher Shop. Tell us about New York Butcher.
Hey, the weekend is here. Get in and see Jim and that great staff of butchers. Pick up the freshest and the best cuts of steak, chicken, pork, ribs, everything right there, fresh, made in-house. The incredible sides from the goat cheese, mashed potatoes, the mac and cheese, the baked beans, fresh salads, and, of course, fantastic selection of fine wines and desserts. 2 locations. The original Cabo Heights, Highway 119 in Greystone. Get in and see Jim and the guys. Tell them the next round sent you. Rare quality, well-done service. It's the New York Butcher Shop.
Hey, and coming up October 17, 18, and 19, it is the Yellowwood 500 weekend at Talladega Super Speedway. You can go enjoy it by reserving your spot right now, whether you want to be in the infield, you want to be in the campground, you want to reserve your spot right there in the grandstands, or make sure you've got a spot at that Whiskey Myers concert. They are fantastic live. You can do that right now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com. That is TalladegaSuperspeedway.com, or call 877-GO-TO-DEGA. You can enhance your trip there with the Garage Experience, which is powered by Coolray. It is fantastic, the most immersive in all of NASCAR. 877-GO-TO-DEGA or TalladegaSuperspeedway.com to reserve your spot for the Yellowwood 500 weekend coming up October 17 through 19 at Talladega Superspeedway.
Follow LT on Twitter at @TheLanceTaylor.
Honey, a while back, life knocked me flat on my behind. I was hit by an 18-wheeler, and Lord of mercy, it left me hurting. Now, I heard through the grapevine that Alexander Shannara had recovered big money for some people. You been hurt? Can't work? Don't sit there suffering. Call my people at Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys. Ain't gonna cost you a dime, so pick up the phone and dial 659-777-7777 or go to Shannara.com, because when I called, Alexander Shannara answered.
Call me, Alabama.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
This is what being a NASCAR fan is all about. Singular history and tradition.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out.
And triple header playoffs action to ratchet up the stakes. Throw in a can't miss concert, and you've got more than a race. You've got Talladega. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Talladega, October 17th through the 19th. Get your tickets now at TalladegaSuperspeedway.com. Ticketmaster, the official ticketing partner of NASCAR.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Sterling and the fine folks at Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster want to welcome you in for a great lunch or dinner starting at 11 a.m. every day. Chicken that's brined overnight and cooked to order, and the taste of the Delta with those Delta recipe tamales. Champy's is perfect for all your tailgating needs this football season. You can also choose Champy's for your next party, wedding, or birthday. Great food, great people. Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster, and everything online at champyschicken.com.
Catch up on all today's Next Round on demand through the podcast platform of your choice, Apple, Spotify, iHeart, or Google Podcast, wherever you listen. Always like, follow, subscribe, and turn on automatic downloads so you never miss any part of the Next Round.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, you're in the red zone for every college rivalry and divisional matchup all season long. I mean, where else are the scenic views as good as your view of the game? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing.
Hey, let me tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama. Compassionate and comprehensive urological care with 35 physicians, 17 locations across Alabama. Their patient-centered approach to all of your urological needs. Remember, they've got that new men's health center. It is beautiful, helping men with a wide range of sensitive male issues in a comfortable environment. You can always go online, visit urologycentersalabama.com, schedule an appointment with one of their many urologists today.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between two warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
For more reasons than one.
Would be the least of our worries.
Yes, absolutely.
Champy's Chicken brings you this final hour all the time, right there on Highway 119 in Alabaster. Go by there and see Sterling. Man, no better way to kick off a football weekend. Go get some of that great brined overnight fried chicken, a good happy hour, and then sit back and watch Florida State, Virginia tonight, 6 o'clock ESPN. TCU, Arizona State, 8 o'clock Maine Fox, and do a little, take home a little Mississippi mud pie, and then pull that out of the fridge as 9:30 Houston and Oregon State kick off tonight. Or take them to your tailgate all football season. Hand-cut chicken fingers, Mississippi Delta recipe tamales, so much more. ChampysChicken.com. Update, we're starting the 4-ball portion of the Ryder Cup. 3-1, the Europeans up. Brownie, 4-ball is?
That is what most people call best ball. Two-man teams play the lowest score. Lowest score is what counts. So that's what generally is called best ball, but it's 4-ball.
Dodgers did win the National League West last night. That's 12 in 13 years. Almost no fun.
Unless you're a Dodgers fan.
I mean, it's so when they finally, because it was so much fun in 1988. Really, in 81, I kind of remember it, but 88 was that first championship, and then you had to go all the way to 2020. But then after that, it's really not fun anymore. They're. I mean, I know they've got the third best record right now in the National League, but it's so predictable.
It's become like the Patriots in the AFC East when Brady was there. I mean, they just walked.
Yeah, without the World Series championship.
Yeah, I guess it's technically like the Bills in the AFC East
more
right now.
So, yeah.
But it's not like the Padres and the Giants are not good.
No,
those are good teams.
But if I was a Padres or Giants fan, it's just more of a reason to hate the Dodgers because it's just a luxury of riches. I mean, Shohei hits another bomb, 54, which ties franchise record that he set last year. I mean, the roster is always going to be incredible.
Detroit Tigers did win last night. They're back tied with the Guardians, so they at least got a good taste, and we'll see what they do going down the stretch, but that helps them just for making the playoffs. In the NFL, before we get to trash, we talked about Seattle winning last night. Kyle Hamilton, great safety for the Ravens, said, talking about his fan base, the Ravens fan base, they're spoiled fans because of the complaining they're doing about the defense right now and being on the new defensive coordinator there. They call them spoiled fans. That usually sets up for you getting your butt kicked this weekend by the Chiefs.
It does, but I don't know how you can call it a spoiled fan base. Like Kansas City is a spoiled fan base. Alabama is a spoiled fan base. But you got to be able to close the deal at the end. And Lamar, he hadn't even gotten to a Super Bowl.
I mean, so we have had two prominent figures call their fan bases spoiled. Wisconsin coach Barry Alvarez and Baltimore now. I mean, which one? Like, I don't know why Wisconsin fans would seem spoiled. I don't know what they've done. At least Baltimore fans have won a bunch of games.
Yeah, but I mean, neither one is winning anything of significance.
No, they're not winning championships.
Brandon Ayuk not close to coming back for San Francisco with that ACL, according to John Lynch. He'll be back eventually, but not yet. And Roger Goodell says there are a lot of attractive international markets that would support NFL franchises.
So stupid.
You
think
said
there's
that
any
yesterday.
attractive American markets that might?
I know he's getting the endorsements, and all 32 owners are probably behind him because, they're making money on this deal, obviously. But I still don't understand it. I don't think it's fair to this weekend. We've got Minnesota and Pittsburgh. It's not fair to the Minnesota fans, great fan base. You take a home game away. It's not fair to the players. It's not fair to me. I got to get up early to watch this damn game. I don't want to get up that early to watch it.
$9 billion valuation for the New England Patriots. Truthfully, I thought it would be a tad higher, but I think the Cowboys are around 10.6. But Robert Kraft is selling part of the Patriots, 5% to one group, 3% to another, but it got a $9 billion valuation.
I mean, it's just insane.
I mean, how much money do you need for this to be making?
Yeah. I saw a story.
I'm sticking by what I said, Brownie.
What?
I think these NFL owners are selling off either their whole franchises, all owners are selling off whole franchises or parts of their franchises to get their money out because I think the TV bubble's about to bust. The amount of money contracts that we're paying to.
Well, but I don't know, Jim.
But I think you can even afford just to give up 5-10%, and you've still got obviously the majority ownership.
But then I'm just saying that if the TV money taps out at a certain month or starts to drop a little bit, then those valuations aren't $9 billion anymore. They're $7 billion or $4 billion.
I'm almost to the point though that the NFL and college football, I don't know if you can tap it out. Like it continues to grow, which is pretty amazing.
Do you think if Fox or CBS had to tap out, or NBC, or ESPN, any of the major networks have to tap out, that Netflix wouldn't be right there just to take whatever they gave up even for the same price?
No, yeah, but at some point
because could you imagine if the NFC, if just the NFC package, if Fox was like, we're done, if the NFC package was on Netflix, what that would mean for Netflix? I mean, because now I got to go pay, what is Netflix per month? I don't even know. I've got it. I don't know what I'm paying a month. What is it, $12.95 a month?
I think it's $18.
$18?
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine paying $18.90? I mean, how many NFC fans? Those are the major markets. I mean, you got the New York, the L.A., the Chicago, the D.C., all the major markets. Dallas.
Philly
would have to pay for just to see their team play. I mean, that would be...
Oh, but it wouldn't be 18 anymore. It'd be
no. The price would certainly go up.
Yeah.
If I'm offering you the NFC package, my price is going to go up.
Speaking of TV, I had dinner with a guy last night, and he swears by FUBU.
Never used it.
He said that when the Fox contract situation was going, he's a big Auburn guy, and he said, I wasn't going to risk it, so I went FUBU, and he was like, it is incredible. You can do the multi-view games and everything, so I don't know. You guys ever use FUBU?
I have not used FUBU or Fubo.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is. I haven't used Uzi either.
Yeah. I don't recommend Uzi.
Wasn't FUBU the clothing? Isn't that FUBU?
FUBU is the clothing line.
It's the clothing line.
Whatever
the guy
hell
from
it is.
Shark Tank owns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before we get to trash, Brownie, tell us about the great folks at Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys.
That's our guy, Alexander Shannara. He is a Birmingham guy, and he wanted to create a firm that handled everything his community faced. Well, he has done just that. They now not only handle personal injury claims, but bad device claims, storm damage claims, many, many other claims. Basically, if you're in need of an attorney for anything, Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys is where you start. Shannara.com, disability, workers' compensation, just many other claims. You don't pay a dime unless they win your case. And they've recovered $2 billion, maintaining Alexander's core values: integrity, mastery, passion, and success. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys, Shannara.com, Shannara.com.
Now, if that's too much, 12 different appetizers to choose from. I'm a fried dickle pickle man. I'm a fried dill pickle man.
LT's Trash is presented by Bud Light.
Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up some delicious Bud Light all weekend long. That's very good. I told Brown we're in the bathroom together.
Okay.
Sounds very weird.
Yeah, we were talking.
Back in like
combo.
the 9 or 10 o'clock hour, I was like, man, it's almost time for a cold beer.
That's right.
Feeling it on this Friday. We start first. An Edmonton-based company is trying to prove there are gaps in verification when it comes to completing an online training course. It comes after the company tried proving their point by signing up their own dog.
Okay. Now
Phoebe is a 9-year-old pug. Her owner's company, Cognizance, signed up the dog for a defensive driving course through the Alberta Motor Association. According to Robert Day, who's the managing director of Cognizance, quote, the whole idea of this is it wasn't about proving that a dog couldn't get demerits off their driver's license. We mainly wanted to see that it's about showing that Alberta's online training has no identity or participation checks at all.
So basically, to show that it's a joke, they sign their dog up for it.
Cognizance helps other organizations deliver online training courses. Pug didn't complete the defensive driving course, but it was done under her name by an online workaround.
You think Bullet or Chili could sign up for this?
I think Bullet Chili could do anything they want, Brown.
Could they?
The world
really?
is their oyster right now.
Yeah.
They are so excited that I'm back in town again this weekend.
Are they really? They've already been talking about it?
Yeah, we talked about it last night.
Yeah. Can y'all believe Lance is staying around? Yes, he is.
Let's surprise him and cook him breakfast in bed in the morning.
I'm thinking they might get steaks tonight.
Wow.
They did the DoorDash Taco Bell last week. Got them a beef taco each.
Oh no!
I got to film it next time. I have never seen something eat a beef taco so fast.
They go hard shell or soft shell?
They go soft. They like soft.
Yeah.
Do you pull it out of the wrapper or you let them unwrap it themselves?
I
They
don't.
pay the DoorDash
I
guy.
don't, because they don't mind if they get lettuce or cheese on the floor.
I bet they devour that thing.
Oh, they do.
I would right now, too.
DeKalb County Police have arrested Kalen Watley, accused of stealing not one, but 91 manhole covers and storm drain gates in a crime spree that spanned DeKalb, Rockdale, and Gwinnett counties. As reported by WSB-TV, the thefts occurred on at least 5 occasions, leaving dangerous open holes in the neighborhoods. That is the big problem.
That is dangerous, yeah. You're just walking
Dude,
down
you
the
step
street.
into one of those.
It's going to be a minute before you stop.
Even worse, a little kid playing.
Oh, yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
He's got Cam Newton's hair.
He does.
If it's in the middle of a street, a car tire gets down in that thing,
Boom.
damage is tremendous.
The investigation gained traction on September 16th, 2025, when a witness in Rockdale County captured surveillance footage of 2 men removing manhole covers and loading them into their 2020 Nissan Kick What is a Nissan Kick?
I think the Nissan Kick is an EV that Nissan has.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's a very, very small car anyway. Those things are pretty darn heavy.
Yeah.
What's the end game here? Just to create chaos, or are they trying to melt these down at some point?
I love Mr. Passive here, free hugs, but he's going to steal your main covers.
That's true. Yeah.
Now, the footage allowed police to identify the vehicle and its owner. Watley was later arrested during a traffic stop. Rockdale County reported at least 20 stolen covers. They also talked about the risk of the missing covers.
Yeah, tremendous. That's why the covers are there, bro.
Yeah,
I double-checked, and a Nissan Kick is a subcompact crossover SUV.
Subcompact. Yeah.
Compact, yeah.
It's a tiny SUV with 140 horsepower.
Yeah. So barely, it couldn't outrun anybody with those things in this trunk.
Oh, yeah.
So I Showed Speed caught a stream sniper being involved with a hit and run after they disrupted his trip around San Francisco. Now, at the end of August, I Show Speed kicked off one of the biggest streaming tours to date as he planned to visit 25 states in 35 days across the U.S. Like most of his tours, it has been a massive success, even if it cost him around $1 million. Can you tell us what is going on with this?
So I Show Speed is a IRL streamer, a real-life streamer. He just goes to public places while he's streaming and just interacts with people, goes shopping. Maybe he collabs with famous people, whatever. So stream sniping is when you're watching someone stream and you go, oh, they're at such and such street. Let me go see them there because you're watching live. So this guy in the Audi blocks them in traffic, and when trying to get out of the way, hits that guy on the bike and just leaves. And because there was such a huge crowd already, all of this footage is from an ABC News chopper.
Yeah. So is I Show Speed in the Audi, or is he in the Cadillac?
I Show Speed is in the
van with the
SUV
cameras
right behind him.
Cadillac
He's hanging out of the roof.
So this guy was just running interference, basically.
Yeah, according to one witness, Homie in the Audi committed a crime on live television. Bro committed a felony in front of 500 cameras.
I would say that is a hit and run in any state of the United States.
Yeah, but see, he's not with them though, right, Brown?
Who?
No, he's a fan.
The Audi's a fan?
Yeah. Audi's a fan. He's watching on stream.
Gotcha.
He tried to block him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was running interference for I Show Stream.
No, he's trying to get his 15 seconds of fame
by
being
going
on
to
I Show Speed's stream.
Yeah, guess what? You're going to get your 15 seconds of a court date,
Okay,
too.
you guys calm your excitement, but the bracket for Fat Bear Week 2025 has been revealed.
Fat Bear?
12 bears at the Katmai National Park and Preserve in Alaska are looking for votes from all over the world.
I was expecting Heupel to be a 2 seed, but
609's
but only one will be crowned the champion of the Fat Bears for more than a decade. Fat Bear Contest Week has been highlighting some of the largest brown bears on the planet living along the Brooks River inside the national park as they prepare for hibernation. Now, the annual vote for the fattest bear of the year begins this past Tuesday, the 23rd, will continue through September 30th. People can vote online between 12 and 9 Eastern each day.
609 doesn't even look like himself anymore.
No, I misunderstood the photo here. Look how much weight he's gained.
No,
That's
it's
the point.
pretty crazy. So they're saying bears can pack on as much as 700 pounds as they get ready to hibernate for the winter.
609 did, man. He is retaining his water.
609, 8. Yeah. Dang. He has gotten big.
Yeah, 80 bears frequent Brooks River during their active season. 12 bears are chosen for the Fat Bear Week because of certain criteria, including whether they are before and after photographs of the bear. Park ranger and photographer also involved in this. You got a bunch of names, but it's a lot of shit to go through, Tyler.
Yeah,
so if you want to explain this.
No, I think we got it. It's how much you eat, right?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, but he's got like the participants, but they got numbers. And,
yeah, they gave all of the different bears numbers instead of just names like Barry or something like that, just different puns. So they have different descriptions for each one as well in the article.
602. 602's got a Giat. He's got some junk in the trunk, doesn't he?
Big dumper is what he's called.
Yeah, the old big dumper.
Yeah, I bet it doesn't really affect their speed much.
Look
32
at
chunk.
Look at chunk. Could you imagine? Hey, what a life, though. You get to eat anything you want for about 3 months and then sleep for like 3 months.
I got to be honest, though. If I had a pet bear, I would want it to be on the skinny side. I like it a little wiry.
Yeah. That is Trash Today, brought to you by our friends at Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. It's time to wrap up our Pick 3 segment with Buffalo Wild Wings. Before LT tells us about B-Dubs, Forrester, can you give me the standings again for everybody who is playing at home right now to see where everybody stands? Remember, you can go to nextroundlive.com, and pick your 3 games all the way up until 11 o'clock tomorrow Central Time. You can't play the Friday night games like we can. You can play only the ones on the website that Brooks throws together for you. All right there at nextroundlive.com, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings and our friends at Breakline. Forrester, the standings has, I can't read the name on top. Who's on top, man?
That'd be me.
Is that you?
I went 3-0 last week to pull ahead while you guys kind of struggled.
So you've got 2 balls in the bucket?
Nothing new for Brown, though.
2 3-0s? Are you on 3-0 twice? Because I know I did early on the first week. I think you did too then, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, he doesn't get caught up in the week to week. He's a big picture guy.
Well, it's all about going 3-0. You get a ball in the bucket that gives you a chance to win the grand prize at the end. You don't have to play every week. If you haven't played yet, it's no big deal. Just go to nextroundlive.com, play the game. If you go 3-0, you got a chance to win the grand prize at the end of the year. If you don't go 3-0, 2-1's great bragging rights. You can come back and try to go 3-0 next week. Just one time, 3-0 gets you a chance to win. The more times you win, though, better chance you have. So play every week and try to go 3-0. Tell us about B-Dubs.
Pick 6 available from our friends at Buffalo Wild Wings, $19.99. This is the ultimate deal for 2. 2 entrees, 2 sides, 2 drinks. Pick 6 meal for 2 is available at participating locations for a limited time. So stop into one of those great locations of Buffalo Wild Wings throughout the state. Watch all of your college football and NFL action this weekend at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Running back Caden Durham is a game-time decision for LSU as they play at Ole Miss. That is good news if you have LSU scribbled onto your Pick 3 board here in the studio.
By the end of the year, though, Harlem Berry is going to be the go-to guy, and maybe this is the weekend where he really starts to figure it out.
Let's go to Brooks first, who is part of the crowd at 6-6, standing on Brown's shoulders so that we can reach up to Forrester. What do you have this week, Brooks?
I'm going to go a little Big Ten heavy. I've got 2 Big Ten games. I like Ohio State minus 8.5 at Washington. Northwestern is playing the worst power conference team in the country with UCLA at home. They played Oregon surprisingly close last week. I like them minus 6.5. Then I'm going to go to the SEC. I like South Carolina at home as a 6.5-point favorite over Kentucky.
So you like Ohio State minus 8.5, Northwestern minus 6.5, and South Carolina minus 6.5.
That is correct.
All right. Let's go to our leader, Scott Forrester, both in a competition and in a spiritual kind of way. Forrester, what do you have for us?
All right, I'm not sold on K-State like some folks are here. I don't think they're a very good football team. I'm taking UCF plus 6.5. Then I like Jeff Lebby and the Bulldogs, who have also gotten the upset alert, plus 7.5. I like them outright. And then I've got Lance's Trojans. I think they're going to beat the crap out of Illinois.
That's bad. That's
Boy,
bad
I hope
for
you're
me.
right. I don't feel great about that game.
Yeah. So I think he's 1-2, boys. So we can close the gap.
Open
this
door
week.
right here. Open door.
Close the gap. He all of a sudden is the Detroit Tigers, and he's about to start taking on water.
I think it might be 0-3.
He might be 0-3.
Okay.
I don't want that. I got the state. Can't pull for that.
I don't think so, but
yeah. All right. You hear the music in the background. That means our show has come to an end. We appreciate the fine folks at B-Dubs, and we want you to go play the game at nextroundlive.com. Don't forget, whether it's a crazy football Friday or a overreaction Monday or anything in between, you can get everything we do on the show podcasted for you at Apple and Spotify, Next Round Live, Next Round Live. Get the automatic downloads and set the subscriptions. Follow us also on social media at Next Round Live. Lance's Lock has shows for you tonight and tomorrow before you make the plays there. Brownie will be grilling stuff up. You can follow him, see what he's eating this weekend.
Heck yeah.
I'll be in Athens. Should be a lot of fun this weekend. We hope you have a great one. Until next time, God bless you and God bless America.